All right, everybody. Welcome out to the Logrum Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, December the 30th, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. Beer Samurai. Say hello, Mr. Samurai.
Hi.
What are you up to this evening?
I'll be pushing about 250.
250? Yeah, that's
It's
about right.
Season.
It's holidays, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is, we have exactly 28 hours and 37 minutes left of 2025.
You mathed.
I did. Well, I didn't math on the show, though. I did it before the show, and I typed it right here. So I did. I just read it.
BS.
I just read it.
I
know, but a
little
gray area, but what's a gray area between friends?
Lies. Deception. Sorry.
I got you. You're already drinking?
It's almost 7:30. Yeah.
All right.
Our guest has already started, so
I know. You figured you might as well pour it too. There you go. All right. Well, I'll pour mine in a moment. You know what? I say we dispense with the usual reading of the days that it is today before the guest comes on.
Yes, do it with the guest on.
Read them with the guest. So please welcome to the show, as always, this show
Matt
of the year.
Patensky.
No, not Matt.
You had him on the splash screen, you know.
I know, and I'll explain that in a second. But please welcome to the show, Mr. Al Gattullo. How are you, sir?
Hi guys, how are you?
Doing? Good.
What's happening?
Cheers, Al.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm empty. I'll pour in a minute, but
You drank
Alice. This is Al's. This is our sixth annual. There it is, right there. Sixth annual. No, but that's not the right one. Anyway, sixth annual. What do we call it? The
Big beer show.
New Year's Eve, pre-New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, whatever you want to call it. Holiday big beer show, right? The last show of the year.
And it's funny because, and how many years has Al been on it?
And this is Al's third.
Is it?
And you still have him listed as new season regular guest.
I know.
We've got to fix that.
I
had a lot of issues with
as you.
Value is not big on this show.
As you. Well, I mean, this year, Al's been on the show 3 times as much as Matt has been on the show. So
yes, this is true.
Fair point. So, no, I for those of you that have been playing along, paying attention. This computer that is in front of me sucks. So I have a very limited amount of time that I can actually spend on Photoshop to redo those graphics. So I used it, but I did leave it up for a reason too. We want to thank Matt for holding up his part of the other half of the world, because he's literally. I'm pointing straight down, and I'm probably pointing at Matt, and I don't mean he's in hell. Right? There you go.
That's nice.
Well, yeah, no, that's just out of complete sheer jealousy because he's in Palau.
He's in Palau, which is slightly northwest of New Zealand.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, and a bit
northeast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also quite a bit warmer than.
Quite a bit warmer, and he's. And I did talk to him this morning. Well, texted with him this morning and actually speak with him.
Yeah.
But, and for him, it was this morning was tonight.
Right. It is tomorrow morning.
It's tomorrow morning there now, right? So
it's New Year's Eve there.
It is New Year's Eve.
He's just waking up trying to figure.
He's actually. We did the timing, and he's actually underwater right now because he had to dive. Like a half an hour ago.
Matt Patensky sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah, he's sleeping with swimming with the fishes right now. I'm sure he's taken 37,000 pictures of them, and we're going to all see them on Facebook and Instagram.
I saw a couple already, and they look. I mean,
oh yeah, fantastic.
He's a fantastic photographer.
He is absolutely.
And the brewery, they have a brewery on the island. He went there immediately after getting. I mean,
I'm totally shocked that happened.
No, but
he needed the beer.
He had a bad travel. I mean, he should have been halfway to Guam, and he was still in San Francisco, I think, because of 2 delays and all kinds of rebookings and stuff. So
there was a delay in Newark, then a delay in San Francisco, and there was a cancellation, and he wasn't told about the cancellation.
Right. It's funny. My wife and I are talking about we're thinking about going to Mexico in a couple of months. Mm-hmm. My cousin has a place down there, and she wants us to come, and we're looking at different flights, either Newark or JFK, and we've actually both agreed that we don't want to do a flight where there's a connection somewhere, even if it's 2-3 hours, because of all the nonsense.
Everything that can happen. Sure, absolutely.
Right. So we're going to opt for the direct flight and pay
And
a
that's
little bit more.
and that's JFK too, right?
Right,
The direct flight,
JFK, and pay a little bit more, and know that once we get on the plane and get up, we're heading right to our destination.
Yeah, when I went to Mexico, same thing. I mean, it was 30 when I went to Mexico. It was 30, almost 35 years ago when I went to Mexico, and it was we had to go JFK. There was no connecting flight. There was no direct flight out of Newark.
Yeah, that happens. It depends. Yeah,
and a lot of
the
islands
airline.
too. Like when I went to St. Martin, it was we did fly out of Newark, but we had to fly to Puerto Rico and then to St. Martin and then back to Puerto Rico and back to Newark.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
If we
these
want-
with the connections that they had at some of the other places was connect through O'Hare and then go to Mexico. I was like, no. Then it was Houston. I'm like, okay, maybe. Then it was LAX, but stay for 15 hours and then go to Mexico. I'm like, no.
Where in Mexico though? You West Coast or Gulf?
West
Or
Coast.
the West Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times I look for long layovers in connections.
For a reason, though.
Yes, so I can leave the airport,
The airport,
go
yeah.
do something.
Right.
You know,
Well,
so-
speaking of Matt, who is underwater, we were discussing this last week. We actually had cigars over at Sticks
Right.
in Rahway, and we were he had to drop some beers off to me, and we decided to have a couple of beers and have a cigar. And he was telling me on the way back, he wanted to leave the airport. He's flying, I think, through Tokyo to
Mhm.
come back.
Oh,
And
cool.
he wanted to leave the airport and go out and have a nice dinner. But the layover is so it sounds like it's a lot, but it's only 7 hours, and it wouldn't be enough because it's 2 hours from the airport to Tokyo,
Right.
and 2 hours
Oh, okay.
on the bus. So now you're talking 4 hours. So you only have 3 hours to
2
kind of
hours.
cram down a meal, and then
So he's
raise
going
it
through. He's going through. I think,
Yeah, and anything can happen with the buses and any other scheduling.
And I think-
or anything like
also
that.
his bags, the camera,
Yeah.
all this stuff. He said, "I don't want to leave it in a locker." And listen, it's not like you're going to have a bad meal in Narita Airport. I mean,
probably. Oh, it's Narita's going to be in. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, that's at least a
There's a
I guess a
benefit there.
consolation prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went when I flew to St. Martin, and we on the way back we were in which is weird because customs on the way to St. Martin was in St. Martin. Customs on the way back was in Puerto Rico, right? But we had a 3.5 hour layover on the way there, and we only had an hour layover on the way back, and we had to go through customs in that hour and get on the flight. So
Oh,
that was fun.
When we went to Italy the first time, our layover was in Munich, and I purposely made sure we had at least 5 hours. And we jumped the train. It's an hour in. We had about an hour to have lunch and beer. We went to Schneider, got back on the train, hour back to the airport, and we got in. And as we walked to the gate, they were calling seats.
oh wow, that's good timing.
Oh, it was perfect. It was
Timing.
absolutely perfect.
You're totally just ignoring what I'm doing.
Well, because now you're prompting me to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but now you're prompting me to bring
you
it up.
said you went to Schneider. That's all you had to say. I mean, that was bringing it up enough.
The worst part was for John, he's getting pictures at it was like 7 in the morning for
7
you?
in the morning, you send me pictures of your Tap 6 Aventinus and your bratwurst.
with Aventinus with tap 6 right over my shoulder.
Oh,
You can
shoulder,
see
yeah.
it with the number on it.
Nice.
So,
Well, anyway, but on
that's
that
the
note,
whole, that's the whole reason I travel is to make John jealous.
that's it. There's no other reason,
No,
none
no.
whatsoever.
Right.
To make me jealous and to bring me good beer, which later on you'll see what that is.
Yes, we'll see.
I
I do compensate.
He compensates. Yeah, he does. But on that note, one last thing, really quick. I actually had to take the train up to Union County, or planned on taking the train anyway, on Sunday. And I had to be in Union County at 10:30. So I had a choice. I could take the 7:30 Belmar train and get there at 9 o'clock, an hour and a half early, or I could take the 9:30 Belmar train and get there at 11 o'clock, half an hour late. So I opted for the 7:30 train. So I got on the 7:30. I got on the 7:30 train.
Mm-hmm.
The conductor scans my ticket on my phone, and I'm
They
sitting
don't
there.
punch anymore.
I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there. At 20 after 8, 50 minutes later, I got off the train. The bridge right in front of us at the Shark River Bridge, train bridge,
Right.
wasn't lining up. It had a problem. All right. So now I was thinking to myself the whole time, all right, whatever. I'm on my phone. I got headphones on, whatever. I got an hour and a half to kill, right? It doesn't matter. I got plenty of time. But then it dawned on me, the North Jersey coastline train the one I'm on only goes as far as Long Branch, and we got to take a connecting train. There's no way they're holding that connecting train an hour. So I got off the train and I asked the conductor, he says, oh yeah, that train's long gone. You'll have to wait for the next one, which is at 10 o'clock. So I'm like, goodbye. I got off the train. You would think he would scan my ticket after the bridge was fixed. So now I can't use this ticket.
Nope.
Right.
That I never used. It's useless.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, and then I wound up just driving anyway. So whatever is what it is. Gotta love it. But yeah, so there's that. So that's an absolutely perfect reason as to why he can't leave the airport and risk doing that. But anyway, so Matt is not on the show with us. He's underwater. But Al is here. Third one of these shows in a row. I think it's the fourth or fifth show you did this year with us.
Yes.
And I do want to start the show by saying, Merry New Year!
You do that well. You do that well.
Yes.
It's kind of a cross. It's kind of my cross between Eddie Murphy in Trading Places and the 7-Up guy.
That works. We're happy that you're here to celebrate because we're going to do our days.
Yep.
I think the first one on the list we're going to do last, John.
Yes.
Because that's a given.
We'll do that one last.
Today and I think this is because we got New Year's Eve coming, and see my tag underneath resolutions. We don't need those stinking resolutions because this is the festival of what kind of changes?
Festival of enormous changes at the last moment. So happy Festival of Enormous Changes at the Last Moment Day.
Here.
For those who celebrate.
Right.
But I'm not doing that.
But you're not doing that?
No, I'm not going to do that. Another one is a day that I've actually, it's to honor a historic event. And you know who Rasputin is, right? The Mad Monk.
Sure.
When the Romanov family realized that he was going to be a problem, they decided to kill him. Right. And they poisoned the hell out of him. He's just drinking this poison wine, drinking it down, and he's just not going down. It's just not doing anything to him. So they shoot him. That doesn't kill him.
All right.
So a bunch of them grab knives and they just stab the hell out of him, tie him up, and they throw him in the frozen river.
Oh.
Maybe in the Volga. And eventually down river he
say the Volga River?
Volga.
A Volga River.
Don't be vulgar.
That's what you did there.
And they fish him out, and he's finally dead. So I've named today the Holy Cyanidic Rasputin Sickle Day.
Yes. Happy Holy Cyanidic Rasputin Sickle Day. There you go.
Yes.
Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah, that's not an easy. That's a
tongue twister if there ever was one.
But also with New Year's Eve coming up, very appropriately, it's bicarbonate of soda day.
Yes.
Or as we know it as Alka-Seltzer.
Or plop plop fizz fizz. Oh, yeah. What a relief it is.
Does that stuff actually work?
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
Mm-hmm. And you forgot one other one.
Well, I said the last one's going to be the first one.
The last one's the first one. There you go.
Right. Well, the first one's the last one.
The first one's the last one. There you go.
Because we are definitely celebrating this one
on this show.
This is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So Hogmanay is New Year's Eve in Scotland.
Yes, it is.
And it's Happy Get Drunk Early for Hogmanay Day.
Happy Get Drunk Early for Hogmanay Day.
On Hogmanay Day. So
nice.
We're going to do that tonight. And we're doing it for you.
We're doing it for you with Al Gattullo of the Al Gattullo Craft Beer Cast on AM 970 The Answer.
Thank you.
So every Sunday night at 11 p.m.
That's right.
There you go.
Good guest this week, too.
Who you got?
The Tom Nielsen, who is the director of brewery operations at the soon-to-be brand new Emberside Brewery in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey.
Nice. I've been following that space. It's a nice, really nice space.
The renderings are beautiful. The construction is ongoing. There's nothing really there yet. They poured some concrete, but nothing really substantial. But Tom was great. I chatted with him about a week and a half ago. We met over at Grain and Cane and actually celebrated over a celebration from Sierra Nevada, where he came from. He worked.
I've heard of that beer.
Yeah, I know you have.
John's had one or two.
One or two. Yep.
Cases a year.
It's interesting what the place is going to be, but also the things that are going to be around it. There's going to be 2 more restaurants going in, a taqueria and a steakhouse. They're going to have a Japanese listening room.
You have to listen to Japanese people?
No. I thought it was going to be like
Food?
karaoke kind of thing.
That would make sense, yeah.
Right, but it's these wood grain cabinets with high fidelity speakers, vinyl, and you listen to music. Like it's not, you're doing karaoke.
So the room is Japanese, and that's where the Japan influence ends.
Yes.
It's a listening room to everything else.
So all these different things are going because they're building apartments around there. It's this whole construction. They have a gym there already. They already have a restaurant, a hotel, and a Starbucks, and they're doing other stuff. But just a fascinating look at what they're doing. And he's doing a tap takeover in January at Grain and Cane. It's not his beers, but it's other styles of beers that they're going to be brewing at the brewery. They're going to have fire pits outside, all kinds of things. It's a.
What is he curating the tap list for the tap takeover with other styles of beers? Okay, gotcha.
Yes, and then he's gonna be making the beer. I think the equipment comes in June. He told me, and they're hoping to be up and running. They say fall of 2026. I think realistically they're probably looking at November. That's what they said. But all depending on. I'm sure the construction is not going to be an issue. It's going to be the ABC with permits.
Of course, it usually is. I got 2 questions for you, Al.
Sure.
First one is, when you go to the Japanese listening room, is it going to be Megadeth or Judas that you're going to be blasting in there?
Oh, Judas Priest. Come on.
Okay. So I knew it was going to be one of them.
Very well accepted by the Japanese.
Oh yes, of course.
I mean that kind of goes without saying. Of the people on this podcast, Al would listen to who?
Yeah, Priest.
Oh, I would listen to who?
Rush.
Right.
Rush.
Yeah. And Dave would listen to?
I have no idea. My taste. I don't have any one band that I just worship.
Arlo Guthrie.
Probably not unless it's on Thanksgiving.
I know.
All right.
At this point, it might be the Tanner Hill Weavers. If it were right now, but that's another thing.
Well, you do have that one artist that you have up here at any given time, but it's not the same ever for any length of time. I know there's a around it, but like one will raise up and then another one will raise up. And
there's one that I'll listen to the hell out of, then get tired of, and something else will come along. Like I was on like a huge Wombats kick.
And I'm the same way with that, but Rush always is above all the others for me, as is Priest for Al.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, what I would want to listen to in that room, I would want to listen to Freddie in the room. Like
I could listen to Freddie in a room like that.
I could do Zeppelin in that room too.
Yeah,
just because of the way they recorded. If it was done, it wasn't stereo recordings; it was mono recordings.
Right.
I certainly listen to that without a problem.
I could. I just heard a thing the other day. You just talk about Freddie Mercury.
Wait a second, is it stereo or quadraphonic? If it's quadraphonic, then it would be Bach on, because there's quadraphonic recordings of some of his fugues on like some of the organs out in Germany that he designed.
That would be amazing.
I
just heard a thing when you mentioned Freddie Mercury the other day. I was reminded of this question that was posed to Freddie Mercury years ago. A reporter asked him what it feels like to be the best singer in the world, and he says, "I don't know. Go ask Steve Perry."
That's pretty funny. So my second question for Al: what are you drinking?
Yes.
What am I drinking? Well, I am drinking Beneath Covered Bridges. You can see it there. This is a Wayward Lane Timber Ales collab that I actually purchased at Sunrise Cellars, I believe. I purchased.
I believe you did.
Where is that?
That is in Westfield, New Jersey.
Westfield, New Jersey.
This is.
I have to get there.
It's an imperial style conditioned on maple syrup, almonds, and Amberna wood chips, and it is fantastic. It is.
That sounds like it's right up Fladung's alley there, maple.
It is warming up very nicely, and it's bringing out all that woody flavor. It's really, really good. Really nice.
That is a delicious beer. Whoever curated that in that place.
Wait a second. Woody Guthrie, Woody from Cheers, or Woody from Toy Story?
Woody from Toy Story.
Woody from Toy Story, of course.
Yeah. Although Woody from Cheers is legal drinking age, but
This is true. Well, I think Woody from Toy Story is too. He's just a doll.
And Woody Guthrie's can't drink
Anymore,
anymore.
Right. Can't drink any less either. So, and Dave, what are you and I drinking?
We were drinking something that we got from Tavor called Bombastic. And they're giving us the business.
Apparently, they're giving us the business. It is an
this is an
Adam beer, which is a strong German ale, 14%, from Bombastic Brewing, which is in Hayden, Idaho. Idaho.
Yeah.
Idaho.
I'll be honest with you. Never heard of an Adam beer.
That's funny because we're drinking two.
No, I know. Tonight. I've never heard of that style. That's.
No, not just him and I are drinking one now. Our next beer is also an ale.
We're sticking with
it. Is a very.
Let's see, hair dog. Interesting.
There's a dog. This is very slowly brewed to attenuate as much of the yeast as possible. Right. So it really pulls a lot of the malt out of it. This thing has a very raisiny flavor to it, almost like a Belgian strong dark.
Okay.
But it's got that German character.
If you think about it like that, it's a German style. It's like a Belgian strong dark. It's a German strong dark.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
But it's also got a tad bit of smoke to it.
Just a little bit of smoke. There's no smoke malts that were used for it, but
no. I think I would give this. I think I'll put this 2-1 on the
present, but not really. Yeah, so it's maybe a 1.8. Yeah, 1.9.
Maybe 1.8.
So it's there.
Well, the thing is, as it's warmed up, it's dissipating a little bit.
Would you say?
But it's there when you're drinking it. When you first start,
it's not supposed to be. There's no smoke malts whatsoever. It's just the process of the brewing is broke.
And anybody that's interested in what the scale that we're talking about, that would be the BSU's, Bomberg Smoke Units. You could hear more about that on next week's show with John Hall. Our fourth annual This Week in Rauch Beer show. So.
Yes.
So Mr. Hall will be on.
But Mr.
Hall will be on next week.
I have to. We talked actually at Carton back in. God, what was the anniversary party? July, August? I don't even remember.
August.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, August. Okay, so we talked. I have to get in touch with him because I'm gonna interview him for my show, but I want to do it at a place local to him. Like I want to do it in a bar because I think that's the right setting.
He's not too far from.
No, I know.
Bar, right?
I know. No, I don't want to do it there.
Yeah,
I want to do it in his town because his town's got some good spots.
There's a few good spots.
So a mile away.
No, 3, 4.
Yeah, well.
It'll still take you 40 minutes to get there from.
No, actually, I can be in his town in 11 minutes.
Yeah. I can name that tune in 10 minutes.
No, and that's not.
I was talking from Paragon.
No, I was actually at Paragon earlier. I had to. It was funny. The rep from Conclave texted me, Rob, earlier today. He goes, "I'm dropping."
That's funny. He texted me earlier today too.
Yeah, he said, "I'm dropping beers off at Paragon."
I didn't get anything.
And I have the new Symbiology series. I'm going to leave a can for you with Mike or Craig or whatever. I said, "Yeah, great. I'll pick it up on the way." I was, running around doing errands with my wife, and I said, "Yeah, I'll pick it up on the way back." So we stopped there before we came home. It's a triple IPA that they did. I think it clocks in at, I don't know, somewhere close to 10% or something like that. So looking forward.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now because he just
still would not qualify for the show.
No, would not.
Who have not seen
it, would not
have not followed us through the years. The Big Beer Show, we call it the Big Beer Show because it has to be at 12%.
Right. I thought it was 13, so I'm glad it was 12 because
2 years ago we did 13. 2 years ago we said, "Hey, let's kick it up a notch," literally, and we went to 13. Yeah. And I think that was because I think that was self-serving because all the beers that Dave and I had anyway were all 13, but
mine are all over 13. My lowest one.
Yeah, this is the lowest one I'm drinking right now. The next two go, Jack.
What's your ABV on that one?
This is exactly
12%. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My this is, what is this one? 13.9, John?
This one is 14.
Oh, this one 14. Yeah, I've got a 13.5, a 13.9, a 14, and a 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's having 16 last.
It's a good thing I only have to get up to talk to my doctor tomorrow morning on a telehealth visit at 9:30. So that
I gotta wake up at 6 tomorrow morning and work.
You might be best off just not.
Actually, I'm happy because my they put me on, full disclosure, they put me on a GLP-1 at the beginning of the month because I had to lose weight because my blood sugar was through the roof, like over 200.
I'm approaching that.
Yeah, it was stroke level. So he was like, look, you got to do something. So I said, well, I'm not going to do a shot. I'll do a pill. So they gave me Rybelsus. And I have to tell you, 4 weeks on, I'm down 12 pounds. My
Nice.
blood sugar went from 205 to 140, my last test.
Oh, wow.
So that's a significant drop. And I've been testing, my blood sugar, during the week and stuff. And it's resting at around 70, 80. And it's popping at about 135 after 2 hours after I eat. So I'm, slowly getting back to that level. But I'm enjoying the 12-pound weight loss because things are fitting better, which is good. So
Beautiful thing.
That's always a good thing.
So of course, I had to drink
they just
12%.
Throw caution to the wind tonight. It's one of
they well, you know my favorite saying: everything in moderation, including
moderation.
Right. That's right.
Every now and then, you just got to throw down. And they just announced some Ozempic's going to be available, or that the drug it's going to be available in pills now.
Yes, that's correct.
So,
starting at
that might be when I jump on that bandwagon of getting rid of my.
I will tell you this: it definitely dampens your desire to eat and drink. I am a snacker, during the day, and it almost completely eliminated that. Where I eat a meal, I wouldn't want anything afterwards, and I could go 6-7 hours without having anything, and then having another meal and being fine. And the drinking part of it, where it dampens it, I think I was averaging on the weekends maybe 2 beers, and barely finishing 2. Like I'd drink the first, and it would take a while to finish the first, and then I'd have the second one, and I'd get about halfway, and I'm like, all right, that's it, I'm done. So it definitely dampens your desire to do those things, which in some cases can be a good thing and not overindulge. But I know when I was on the pill a week ago, right before Christmas Eve, and I was at Paragon and we were drinking a pastry stout, this, that, whatever, and I had a couple, I felt it the next day. It was, it wasn't good, but your limit. You can kind of figure out where your limit is and adjust accordingly. So
I just have one problem with Ozempic.
What's that?
Every time I hear the jingle, every time I hear the pilot song, I say Ozempic and not It's Magic. And it pisses me off.
All right. Fair enough.
The song's over 50 years old, and I'm singing, Ozempic. I mean, come on.
There's a guy who does reels out there. He's from Ireland. He's a very, very large man. And he was talking about the Olympics. I can't remember his name right now. He's hilarious. He's the one who ends all of his reels with "Follow me, I'm delicious."
Oh yes, I've seen that guy.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, the fucking bacon and egg and this and whatever. Yeah, I've seen the guy. I don't know his name, but
he's fantastic. But he has got an amazing. If you ever get a chance, follow him because then you'll get to hear him sing, and he can. Oh my God, he's a fantastic singer. At any rate,
all right.
He was doing one just before the Olympics, and he's like, the Olympics are discriminatory. It's for everybody who's in shape. All these skinny people, they need something for the fat people. They can call it the Ozempics.
That's good. I like that.
But that's a funny one.
I like that.
But I can't remember his name right now. But he's absolutely hilarious.
That's cool. Love it.
We got a few comments.
I'm going to get to them right now. Let's put them up. We have Brian Boak commented, "Cheers, first beer, Founders Backwoods Bastard." Love that beer.
That's a lovely beer, and he's close to keeping in with the theme. Right?
Backwoods Bastard's up there. It's not quite 12, but it's up there.
It's like 10.5.
11. Yeah.
He's close enough for him for
depending on the year.
Playing along at home, he's close.
Yeah.
Actually, Founders just released a non-alcoholic beer. They're getting into the NA space.
Yes, they are. Garin Noon. That is the guy's name.
Garin Noon, yes.
Garin Noon. GARON.
And Johnny Crowley, LOL, he laughed.
Hey, Johnny.
He said, "Sup, guys."
Cheers,
Johnny.
Cheers, Johnny.
Thanks for tuning in again. We appreciate it.
He had a great point. When he was talking last week about putting up pictures, what he meant was actually having an opportunity in the chat to throw up a picture.
Oh.
That we could grab there. And I don't know if there's any services that do it. Our service doesn't do it, Johnny, but
Yeah, I don't think there's any way
But
because
that's what he meant by it.
throwing the picture up in the chat isn't necessarily doesn't have anything to do, honestly, with the service we're using. It has to do with Facebook or YouTube because it wouldn't be anything that we would control because it's pulling the services. Any of the services are
Right,
using
it's pulling
the API from
I guarantee you, there's
YouTube.
probably a service out there.
Yeah, I mean, we can always set up a Dropbox, like an email drop, like one email account.
But that's not, which is what I was
right. But they'd have to, because we can't pay attention to so much on the show. But they'd have to say, hey, send a pic in. Like
well,
I would take 3 steps, but I can pull it in. It'd be quick enough. But,
yeah, but ever since we had to fire our producer.
Yeah, I'm just a pain in the ass.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy, the producer for the Get On With It show, he's on thin ice. He's not been pulling his weight.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Fire
Jimmy. But
I think Jimmy's a figment of all three of their imaginations. It's a collective.
Well, no, in reality, what is, and I'll say it here, right? But in reality, what it is if I say, Jimmy, get on that, that's Pete's cue to look something up. And if Pete says it, it's my cue to look something up. Harry doesn't get involved. He just sits there and
Harry just
laughs at the two of us.
Yeah, that's as he should.
And Al's been on that show as well, so he knows both who I'm talking about. So
yes.
So I troll
every now and then. Dave trolls. Yeah. So, all right.
I don't get sports fans anymore. I just.
You know what? By the way.
I'm so aggravated by people's just statements on social media by certain people who work in sports media. Just aggravate.
Hey, you know what? I mean, we.
But you know what? I love it because your replies and responses to these are hilarious.
But there's a guy. He has a show on WFA, and look, full disclosure, I know the program director. He was my intern 25 years ago. He's a good guy. Mm-hmm. How he keeps these guys employed, I have no idea. And look, and to be fair, a lot of people got let go from over there over the last several weeks because of changes and all kinds of other stuff.
Because Craig Carton's coming back. Let's call it a spade.
No. This has nothing.
No, I mean, no. It doesn't have just to do with that. No, you're right. But
no, it doesn't. It's because they're changing over services. Shows are going away, and the money that was allotted to those things, they're getting rid of, and so that affects a lot of employees who work, dual roles and things of that nature. So a lot of guys are out of work, which sucks, and not a lot of them are going to find places to they're not because there's just not that many around. But then you have these idiots who I'm paraphrasing here, but the tweet was the Raiders understood the assignment, the Giants didn't.
I can only assume who you're referring to.
But I'm like, so you're gonna pick no better than 2 instead of 1, and you could still get 1 if the Raiders win and the Giants lose. Not that the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs.
And let's face it, the Giants don't need the number 1 pick. They've got the tools. They need the coach.
They've had some good success at 2. They've gotten some good players.
So quick thing. I just heard this today on the Fan, as a matter of fact, on the way on. I was driving back. The Giants can. Well, first of all, you're right, 100%. By the way, the comments I made on Sunday, I made one comment. I made on Sunday.
One comment.
I was joking. I think I said they even suck at losing, right?
I still ruled that.
I made one comment.
I still ruled that.
But no, Al put me in my place. But in just a full disclosure, that was more for an entertainment.
No, what people who don't know what I'm talking about, we do a John Fladung Giants rant over under. I run it. Al's part of it. Al just sucked ass this year for some reason. He has sealed up the bottom spot this year.
I'm very happy.
He's killed it. Right. Even though I threw him a point by actually ruling in favor of John's comment being about the draft, because Al was the only one who had the over, and I realized it's not going to hurt anybody. And
thank you.
Al needs some sort of. He needs some sort of it. Everyone else was.
But the thing I heard was funny. The Giants can get the number 1, and you're 100% right. I honestly was happy that they won the way they won, even though the Raiders were
They look
probably
good.
laying down. But you still have to beat the teams you're going to beat, right? You still have to play well, and they did. And Deontay Banks, hey, finally did something. Look at that. I mean, it's great.
Not for nothing. I think the Raiders still. We got a kicker.
Well, but I'm just saying they found. Listen, he should be a returner full time.
Mm-hmm.
They need to slot him as a backup, safety, cornerback, or whatever.
Right.
Guy can't cover a loaf. I mean, he's terrible.
He can't cover a bed.
Listen, the bottom line with NFL players is this, and this is what I'm tired of hearing about people saying, "Oh, we're going to tank this and tank that or whatever." If you went to a player and said, "I don't want you to play your hardest today," they would kick the living shit out of you.
Of course.
Okay.
The Raiders still try.
These guys get paid on game day. They don't get paid in the offseason. They don't get paid during training camp. Their first paycheck is a game one. The bottom line is they are going to play. Now, it's the end of the season. Are they going to give you 100%? Maybe not. Maybe a guy's got a little nagging injury. Hey, you know what? I don't want to aggravate it where I got to get surgery in the offseason and it prevents me from, starting a training camp. So maybe I'm going to give it 80% today and not 100%. But the fact that people go out there and go, this guy is quitting, absolutely not. And there's no better team to look at than the Jets and how they have given up on their coach. And I'd be shocked if Aaron Glenn was back next year. I don't care what he said in that locker room on Sunday or what he said on Monday. The guy has lost the team. Woody Johnson would be doing himself a disservice if he didn't jettison him at the end of the season and take a good hard look at saging not only the facility at Florham Park, but MetLife Stadium and every player that's in there. They're a garbage team and a garbage organization.
Well, because they have a garbage
But the only thing they have is a offensive line that has started every game this year and has actually done the job. The rest of them, nobody's. They're done. They're awful.
Well, anyway, we should get.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, I did want to bring up one thing on that really quick. And
every time John says
no, I was getting it what I said before. I just I would have said it already if you didn't say that. Sheesh. In the last 25 years, in this century, the first round draft picks, the first pick of the draft. So there's been 25,
right?
Number one picks, right? 4 of them have gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So first round draft pick means nothing.
Means nothing.
Interesting.
One was Eli.
Eli was one of them, but he was the Chargers, not the Giants.
Right. Matt
until his father threw a shit fit.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Went and lost.
Joe Burrow, right.
And the other one I can't think of they were talking about. There was 4. 4 out of 25.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So and if you go top 10, so that's 250 top 10. Yes, 250 players. 18 of them went to Super Bowl.
Wow.
Out of the top 10, 18
wow.
Out of 250. So it means nothing. It depends on the team you're on, the coach you're on, who you get. Look, Lamar Jackson was the last pick in the first round.
Right.
Look
at Purdy.
Look at Purdy. Last pick in the draft. He's been to a Super Bowl.
And he looked
David Carr. David Carr was the last.
Forget about this century. Go back to 1979. Phil Simms was picked number 7 by the Giants overall. Joe Montana. Now, I love Phil Simms. Don't get me wrong. And Phil Simms got the Giants to 2 Super Bowls, played in 1, was MVP. But Joe Montana was picked in the 3rd round.
That's right.
All right. So, and Brady was picked in the 6th round.
And Walsh wanted Simms.
Right.
He loved Simms.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, where was LT picked? Number 2.
Number 2.
Exactly. Who was first? So, anybody remember?
New Orleans. I forget his name.
Running back.
Yep.
Garbage. Was out of the league in 3 years.
Yep. So it means nothing. So yeah, I was happy the Giants did. And Dart played good. Everybody started to say, oh, maybe he's regressing under Kafka. No, he played well. Everything's fine. Get the head coach, clean house,
Well,
whatever.
my only issue, and then let's end it here, is the fact that all these people are screaming now. If Dart's not your guy, you gotta suck it out the rest of the way so you can go and get this other guy.
He better
Dart
be
is the guy. Dart is the guy. Come on.
He's the guy.
He's the guy. Whether Shane is here or not, he's the guy.
Mhm.
I don't think another GM would. I'm hoping that another GM comes in, but I wouldn't be surprised if they left it with Shane. And I think the only reason why they'll leave it with Shane is because John Mara is dealing with cancer, and I think that's going to be the biggest impediment to getting rid of Shane at this point. And if I were the Giants, I said this the other day, I'll say it here. You go out, you give Brian Flores whatever he wants, and you make him the head coach of the Giants. They screwed up when they hired Dable. They should have hired Flores. This guy, he bleeds Giant blue. He's born in Brooklyn. He's a lifelong Giant fan. He wants the job. He wants to be here. He wants to turn this franchise around.
You tell me he didn't do the damn good job that he did in that Giants-Vikings game 2 weekends ago in MetLife,
but
because of that.
But don't even look at that. Look at what he did in Miami.
Yeah.
One crappy season, 2 very successful seasons, and didn't like Tua and didn't want him there. And they got rid of him. And what has Miami done since? Nothing. The guy is,
Hey, John.
The guy is tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
He should be the
John, are you sure Joe Burrow was in the Super Bowl?
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl, yeah.
What I'm looking at doesn't.
He didn't
show
win the
that.
Super Bowl, but he went to the Super Bowl.
No, it doesn't even show that he. Was there.
Cincinnati played the Rams in the
Does
Super
it?
Bowl when the Rams won.
Yeah, I guess
Joe
so.
Burrow was there. So
because the other guy, the fourth guy, maybe this is only listing championships and not playing. Eric Fisher from the camp.
Oh, yeah, it was Eric Fisher. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, maybe they're not listing.
They might not.
Appearances.
They might not be listing appearances on that one. Joe Burrow didn't win. Eric Fisher won. Eli won. Matt Stafford won. In fact,
but if you go back 25 years,
won against Joe Burrow.
And if you go back 25 years, David Carr is in there as well. So there's 5.
Oh yeah, there's David Carr too. Well, David Carr. Yeah, David Carr got his ring when Eli won the Super Bowl for the Giants.
Right.
So
just saying.
All right.
Wasn't on the field.
He was on the field. I think he held the ball a couple times for place kicking.
So it looks like Al's reaching.
It does look like Al's reaching for a second beer.
And mine's just about gone.
I'm still working on mine. You can move on if you want.
I'm going with my the 2020 version, which
very nice.
It's a parabola.
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 At 13, actually 13.6%.
13.6. You sent me 5.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
We can fix that now. We have the technology. There you go.
Correct.
You know what I forgot to do?
What's that?
What'd you forget to do? Go to the bathroom?
I forgot to empty the tank before the show started. So I got to go.
You gotta have a bio break this early in the show. My God.
This is rare, but I usually I make room before the show.
How about it?
You didn't make the end of the show. So.
There you go.
Hey, this and I do promise to come back
There you go.
from this time.
I hope
There you go. And he did tell me that he has already told Carrie to leave her ringer on, so it doesn't take.
No. She said
she said she's gonna.
So I don't have a
Tell her
Firestone
she's-
glass, so I have my AleSmith glass that I got when we went
Close
when I
enough.
went to the Speedway Stout Grand Prix, which was
Very
Oh.
nice.
that was good.
You going out to San Diego again? You said you might have gone out this year, but
You know, Matt and I were actually talking about that. But just look at look at that.
that's a beautiful beer and a beautiful glass too. It really is.
Oh God Almighty! Well, that's the best part of the stout there because they hand you that glass. You just walk around and they're pouring, whatever you want. I mean,
awesome.
it's So anyway, Matt and I were actually talking about that because Stone wants me to come out for their 30th anniversary at the end of September. But the Friday, I'm going to see AC/DC at MetLife. And I don't know if I want to get on a plane the next morning and fly all day to go to an event and then come home that Monday. Like, it's too...
It's a lot.
Yeah. And if this was 20 years ago, I would have said, yeah, the hell with it, I'm going.
No, I know.
But now it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Sure.
So Matt has never been to San Diego as an adult. He's been there as a kid, but he's never been there to actually experience the beer scene. So I think he and I and maybe a couple of other people, I like to plan a little San Diego excursion during their beer week because that is really the best time to go. It's November. It's first
That's
week
when
of
that's
November.
when that's when you
I've
went a
never
few
been.
years ago, right?
Yes,
November.
and the weather is perfect. The weather's like 60, 70 degrees every day. It's not super hot, and it's not it dips into the 40s at night, but it's manageable. But the events that happen in and around the San Diego area is just unbelievable. And there are places that I've had plenty of North Park beers, never been to North Park itself.
Mhm.
Kilowatt Brewing has a spot in Oceanside where they have a speakeasy in the back, but they have another one a few miles away that's all tiki themed, and I haven't been there. So there's a lot of
Dave's already going. He's already on board.
there's a bunch of stuff that I want to hit that I haven't hit, and I would do that this next time around, but I would do it during their beer week because
It's like what, the first week of November?
first week of November.
All right.
First week of November.
Nice.
And it's
Okay.
tremendous. Just all the
It's
breweries,
good time.
they go all out. Either there's a collab beer, there's something happening every day.
I'll tell you what. On that note, if Dave is interested, all right. If I'm 50-50, I would like to go. If Jess gets into the marathon, I can't go.
Oh well. I mean,
If Jess does not get into the marathon, I will go.
I will probably be in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. What's that from, Quick? What's that from, Quick? What's that from, Quick?
Who's Quick? Who you asking?
Both of you.
Oh, I don't know.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
yes. Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So I made it back from the bathroom.
You did. All right.
When I walked in, the toilet went, "Where's my hug?"
You said,
It's like,
hold on.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
I almost said hold my beer, but that would defeat the purpose.
Al, on that note, as far as anniversaries go, we got to start putting our itinerary together, if you will. If we're going to,
I'm actually in the midst of working on that because friends are going to come with me. I think we're looking at renting an Airbnb for the weekend. So, because it's a couple of couples.
That's
four.
So yeah, I'm in the sort of almost end of, hey, I've picked these couple of places. Do you want to do it? It's this much, and blah blah blah. I've gotten some yeses from a few people, so I'm just kind of working those details out. But yes, I'm going that weekend for sure.
Yeah. We just have to figure out, are you going the Friday to Saturday, going for the weekend?
I think we're doing the whole weekend. I think we're going to do Friday, Monday, roll out Monday.
Is this the birthday Vermont thing? Or?
Yes.
We'll probably do Saturday, Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
But early, like we'll be up before noon on Saturday kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think Friday we're going to leave in the morning, but I want to be up there. I want to be up there Friday night.
Gotcha. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's just in the pre-planning, so figure it out. And
that's a good beer.
That is a good beer, and that would be. Hold on, let me put it up for you. Hold on.
I didn't chill this that long in the fridge. It maybe got about a half hour in the fridge.
That's all it needs.
No, but it should be enough.
It is the perfect temperature to drink. This is out of all the Firestone Walker beers, this might be my favorite beer.
Parabola is amazing. The anniversaries year to year, some will jump up above Parabola, some will not.
Because of the blend and how they make it.
And there's Parabola in the blend.
Because it changes every
right,
year.
but this is consistently, and I've had a bunch of them over the years, this is consistently a phenomenal stout that is not a pastry stout, that's not, adjunct with a million different things. It's just, I wish I had a cigar right now. Like that's
well, I got to be honest with you. This show, and maybe we change this up next year a little bit, only so that we can partake in that. Because this show every year, I want a fucking cigar while we're doing this show.
I'll tell you what, the place by me in Rahway.
Let's do the show from Sticks next year. Yeah,
100%. Like, I mean,
how are we getting home?
Train 1 block away.
Yeah, train's a block away.
Train's a block away. Take you right to Secaucus, and from there you can, do what you got to do.
You can go to Secaucus. Well, you can go to Secaucus,
Mm.
but
I can get a lift home, and $12, whatever.
I can hop on the train and go south and go to Belmar. I get changed.
You know, in its
as long as the
history-
bridge is down.
You know, in its history, the town of Secaucus has had officially their spelling has they've had 11 different.
Well, no, it's been the
spellings.
same spelling. It's been the pronunciation. Okay.
No. It has had.
Well,
11
I will
different
tell you this
spellings.
right now.
There's a park in Secaucus I've been to, and in there's plaques in the concrete that lists all the different spellings that town has had.
Was it
It's really
Schmitz
kinda
Woods?
cool.
It's on the north end.
Yes,
By
on
the high
north end, it
school?
might have been that one. I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
Schmitz.
I
That's
don't
Schmitz
know.
Woods. I tell you this
so
because my father grew up in Secaucus. My uncle still lives in Secaucus. He went. My uncle
so he was probably there when it was spelled.
My uncle was the mayor of Secaucus. I say this to everybody that fights with me that it's pronounced Secaucus. I'm like,
No,
I
Secaucus.
promise you, say it however you want. It doesn't matter to me. It's not a Taylor ham pork roll debate.
I don't.
But I
don't
promise
think
you, it's
the
Secaucus.
I don't think the pronunciation's ever changed, but the spelling has changed.
I think there was an A in the beginning, and then there wasn't, and then they took the A out, and then it looks like it became Secaucus, right? But
It
it's
became AI.
right, exactly.
6. There were
Six different spellings of Secaucus.
Sikakus,
Secaucus.
Sicakus, Siskakes, Siska.
So we can assume that this was a Native American Indian name that has morphed.
Dutch.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes
Sikskous. I was like, oh, that has to be an American Indian name.
No,
Dutch,
it was
right?
Dutch.
Well, that
Like
makes sense. There's a lot of
like
Dutch in northeastern New Jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carolina was settled by Dutch. Yeah.
New York City.
New York City was settled by Dutch.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And I told you I was actually at the tavern where they decided to incorporate New York City while I was in the Netherlands.
oh, cool.
And we just wandered in there by accident. And there'll be more about that later. When we
Nice.
talk about
I always remember when everybody talks about that. I always remember that one Bugs Bunny cartoon where the Dutch bought New York City. The Dutch bought New York City from the American Indians for a song, and you see the guy handing over sheet music.
Yeah. Here you go.
That's good.
I
like
gotta love it.
Bugs Bunny
That
was the
was
best.
funny.
Most of those you can't air.
No,
anymore
you
because
can't, and it's a shame. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Would I like to be? And this is a retrospective show to some extent, right? And we'll get there eventually, right? But in any event,
Eventually.
would I like to be young again? Of course. Who wouldn't want to be young again? But not now. I want to be young again when I was young.
Yeah. When the thing is though, I do look at some of the stuff that we grew up with, and some of the things, the way things were said, and the things they got away with.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about that. Just
it's like because you look
the
at that
times
stuff,
we
you're like,
went through. There's the things we did, and now everybody does say though that you remember nostalgia is you remember the good things, right? And you kind of ignore what was bad. There was bad shit back then too. We just ignored it, and and it's 40 years ago, right? 50 years ago, 45 years ago.
But it's also not as bad as it is now.
It's not. It wasn't as bad.
There's that as well. There was actually an episode of Bugs Bunny that when we were
Two Bugs Bunny
kids,
references in 3 minutes. There you go.
That was actually taken off the air because it was so bad, and that was when we were growing up. And a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people haven't seen this episode. I actually had it on VHS, but rather than Elmer Fudd, the hunter was black. His feet were about this big. They gave him huge lips.
Oh, that was the episode, and I think this is the one you're talking about. I mean,
that got banned.
I think this is the one you're talking about. I could be wrong. It was when Bugs
Bunny
was on a ship, and the ship was called the Hoboken, and he went to an island, and there were natives there.
No. Those were the natives. No. This was actually just like the Elmer Fudd.
Oh, was all right.
Yeah, this was banned when we were watching. This one came from quite early.
Well, so was
and
that
it
one, the
got
one I'm talking
banned.
about. That was early, too.
Yeah, but this one was even more racist.
Fair enough.
It was
Half of Tom and Jerry was racist.
Hmm.
The maid that they lived with or whatever.
Oh
a
yeah,
black
yeah, yeah.
woman who would be, but I mean, there was so much racist stuff in cartoons when we were kids.
Yep.
So much. Now we had some lists here. We gonna get to them, or are we
We
gonna
should.
drink until we get unconscious?
We should.
Well, I'm okay with that. But,
both. Both. I mean, the right answer is both. But
fine. I only have 2 flights of stairs.
There you go. My bed is on the other side of this wall right here. So.
Oh, see, you're lucky.
Mine's.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like
Right
right
there,
there.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, I just need to kind of like fall that way.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, last year you fell that way. So.
Right.
I fell that way. Yes, that's what
You did.
Yeah.
And what I was going to order for this show, I was going to order a medic alert bracelet. I've fallen and I can't get up.
They work.
I've heard. But also when people are noticing that there's been a vacancy for a while and then are able to text the person who is in the room back there, that helps too. So what are these things? Do you have hot takes?
I do.
John,
Let's do the hot takes right now.
I figured you might.
We got 6 of them.
He said hot takes, not hot
cakes.
cakes. Every time we do this,
I know you do.
With more
McDonald's menu, it was hot cakes and sausage. It was never pancakes. It was hot cakes.
It was always hot cakes. And that was one of the best breakfasts they had, except that the egg McMuffin was a little too dry for me. It was great, but it was too dry. And then you get the sandwich.
The McGriddle was
fantastic
because it's the maple syrup that makes the difference in the whole sandwich.
It was, but then Burger King had the croissant sandwich.
The croissant sandwich,
greasy. It was too greasy for me.
It was too greasy, and half of it was like the surface of Mercury, and the other half was Pluto. Like it was a consistent. Yeah, it was never a consistent of the croissant sandwich.
Because it got nuked.
Right.
It was but the McGriddle, I think, of all fast food breakfast sandwiches, is probably the best.
That is great.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right.
Good. Oh, Vanessa Kitty has checked in. John's busy typing, so
I'm good. There we go. Vanessa Kitty has checked in. Vanessa, there she is. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? She said, sausage McMuffin with egg. There she says, and about 10 large iced coffees.
See, I'm more of the Canadian bacon guy. I like.
Don't get into
Canadian bacon.
Dry.
I really love Canadian bacon. I really do. I don't
appreciate Canadian bacon because it's like it's
I love
ham.
I love applewood smoked bacon. I love hickory smoked bacon. I love regular bacon.
I love all bacon.
I love anything bacon.
I love all bacon except Canadian bacon because it's just ham.
Well, it's like the old adage that they say, grow your own food. But I can never find bacon seeds, no matter where I look.
It's true.
Oh, they're called piglets.
All right, hot takes. Let's do our hot takes.
So one thing we need to do for the new year, John, we need to put your keyboard on a towel or something.
I know it. I can't hear it because I don't hear me.
Right. So the reverberation of you hitting these keys really comes through your microphone.
Yeah. Vanessa Kitty just said, retired military, blood became caffeine around week 6.
It's funny because my oldest son, who's in the Air Force, he never drank coffee. He joined the Air Force and now he drinks coffee.
Of course. There you go. All right, hot takes.
Still doesn't drink alcohol. So
hot takes.
I don't know where I failed.
You got to work on that.
Don't worry, my son doesn't either. So
yeah. Well, he's got his other son. He had his other son drinking Malort.
His first shot in a bar ever.
Ever was Malort.
Wow. Well, that's a way to indoctrinate him.
He's got those bragging rights for
all right.
Yes, and my older son has the bragging rights of being in Shea Stadium in the final season and being in City in its inaugural season.
That's cool.
Okay. But unfortunately, to be able to say that, you have to admit you're a Mets fan.
There you go.
All right.
I'm admitting I'm a Mets fan. I've said it many times on the show and other shows as well. So
I'm a huge Mets fan, but they gave our team away.
Yeah, well, let's not even talk about that. That's for
no.
another day because we could go into an hour minimum on that.
Yeah.
So let's do
more comments before the hot takes, though.
More comments before the hot takes. Vanessa Kitty said, "Bearded butcher's bacon curing and smoking pork belly kits."
I gotta write that down.
Yeah.
I had somebody give me like
butcher's
6
bacon
months,
curing
like
and smoking
bacon
pork
of the
belly.
month for like a Christmas present or whatever.
Bacon of the
That's
month?
a great Christmas present.
Like a bacon of the month, and they ship
Al,
it.
that's the gift that keeps on giving
Keeps on
all
giving.
year.
That's right.
And we wonder why you're taking pills for your.
Well, a lot. I have to say, a lot of the bacon that was sent to me was actually very good. Like some of it was there was a few of them that were a little too hot and spicy.
Right.
But there was some really, really good ones that I was surprised. They'd send you 3 of them,
Right.
3 pounds, sealed in the package.
3 pounds?
Yeah, every month. It was 3
Pounds.
3 well, it was 12
Well,
12
3 pounds a month, I think, is acceptable.
Yeah. And
you get 3 pound packages or
Well,
4
what's that?
12-ounce packages.
Did you make it last a month, or was it 1 week?
Oh, yeah. I would get 3.5 weeks, I would make, chop them up, mix it in different things or whatever. I wouldn't just have bacon and eggs or whatever, this and that. But it was worth it. It was pricey. My buddy that sent it to me, I was very surprised, but it was nicely done. He is busy getting drunk tonight in Atlantic City, which he does every year. On New Year's Eve, he throws a big party. But he's now a sitting councilman of New York City. So I sort of suggested to him, I'm like, you might not want to do this anymore because you invite unsavory characters to this
or
thing.
At least collect phones.
Well, he doesn't. So, it's one of those things where it's kind of like, he used to honor the exonerated person of the year. It was like an award. And I'm like, do you really want to be associated with this stuff? Every year he invites me, and every year I don't go, and people are like, how come you don't go to this thing? And I'm like, I wouldn't be caught dead.
And on that note, that term, unsavory characters, right?
Yeah.
I say that they are savory characters. The unsavory characters, I'm kidding, obviously. But
not when you're a sitting councilman.
No, when you're a sitting councilman, yeah. Unsavory for you, yeah. But for
I know what you're trying to say here, John.
It was funny because one year, one of the guys who was the exonerated person of the year, I'm very friendly with his wife. We've been friends since high school. And she texted me and said, I can't believe you're not here. And I'm like, Tina, I have never gone to this event. I will not break that streak of going to this event. I will never go because I don't want to be caught. I mean, and most of the people that were in the room are people I don't want to hang out with for hours on end and drinking and carrying on. And one year, people were convinced that I was there and started circulating the picture of the person that looked like me. And it was a guy who looked nothing like me. And I was like, guys, enough. Like, it was posted on Facebook pages and stuff. I was just like, please stop. You'll never see me there.
There you go.
So.
We a couple other things before we catch up. Brian said he makes his own bacon.
Oh.
I got to be honest with you. I've known Brian for many, many years.
You've never had his bacon?
I've never had his bacon, and this does not surprise me, though.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Not one bit. And then Vanessa Kitty said, LOL, I dream if I buy the 110 cup coffee urn.
There you go.
And she
that'll
said,
keep you in business.
And I've known this. She says she lived next door to Yankee Stadium in the 80s. She brought that up before. And on the sports show, she's brought that up too. And she regularly paid a farmer to raise 2 pigs for her, paid to slaughter and smoke every 6 months.
Cheers to her.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Vanessa.
Quick question for you guys. We'll count this maybe as a hot take. Chocolate covered bacon or not chocolate covered bacon?
Yes.
Yes.
I've had it. It's delicious.
Sweet and savory is amazing. You need to enjoy sweet and savory.
And the thing is,
there is nothing you can't cover over bacon that wouldn't taste good.
Right.
And there's nothing you can't cover with chocolate that doesn't taste good.
That's correct.
So you got the best of both worlds. The first time that I had chocolate covered bacon, I got absolutely freaking spoiled. This was up in the Adirondacks. They had taken the slice of bacon, they put a strip of caramel on it first, then covered in chocolate.
You ever have sushi?
Oh God!
Where they have the hot sauce, the hot sriracha mayo kind of thing
Yeah.
on the sushi, and then they sprinkle the bacon over it.
Oh yeah, is it a accoutrement?
It's amazing.
Accoutrement.
Like, I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna have
You
some
spoke
sushi.
French.
I'm
There
gonna have
was
some
a guy-
sushi with sriracha, aioli mayo, and bacon.
There's a guy, and I don't remember if it was at one of Allison's events or in Atlantic City. I think it was at one of Allison's events. The first time that I saw this guy, bacon on a stick. That's
Yeah,
it.
that was Allison's. Yeah.
He puts a big slab of bacon on a stick. You can get it with hot honey. You can get it with this, that, whatever. I'm like, I'll just take it plain.
Yeah.
I suck that thing down in 6 seconds. I mean, forget it. Just give me a beer and like a plate of bacon, like walking around, sample this, eat a
Yeah.
piece.
You know what? Here
You know
we go. We need
Give me a necklace of bacon.
I was just gonna say we needed a trend, not the pretzel necklace.
No
the
pretzel
bacon
necklace.
necklace.
Bacon necklace.
And
I'm with
wear
you.
a shirt that you don't mind getting greasy and you're gonna throw out
Right.
because that's it doesn't matter.
Or various hams or whatever, just hanging.
Actually, just get a shirt that says "This is my bacon eating shirt."
Big
Right.
shirt. Yes,
Exactly.
Kitty says chocolate covered maple sugar bacon dark chocolate.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
A charcuterie,
And she said-
a charcuterie necklace.
Yeah.
She said, ever tried bacon and hot pepper jelly?
I have.
I have actually.
Very
Too. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I
Very.
can imagine that being amazing.
Brian said he makes smoked Canadian bacon. Oh my god.
Candied.
Smoked candied bacon. Smoked Canadian bacon would be
Even better.
it's
It's
good
ham.
too,
Still ham.
but it's ham, right? Exactly right. Smoked candied bacon is even better. There you
Now
go.
you just have smoked ham rather than ham.
There you go.
Pork roll.
You
And
know
then-
you know what they call Italian caviar, right? This is kind of bacon adjacent. They shave the crust of a prosciutto.
Mhm.
Right.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
That's near.
Do they have that? Do they have that in Italy?
No, they have.
Yeah.
You know where they have that? They have that at Uncle Giuseppe's because we were just.
They have it.
Yes, they
I know
do.
they have it at Uncle
Yeah.
Giuseppe's.
We were
I
just
asked
at
him
Uncle
because
Giuseppe's
his
today,
office is in the building with Italy. That's why I asked.
and we
Yes.
have we have what was it? Italian sushi, which was essentially prosciutto wrapped with cheese or whatever, and they had it all set up.
Oh yeah, the prosciutto wrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And my wife's just walking through and she's going, "My brain wants to eat all of this," and I'm like, "Yeah," and we can't take any of this home. Like,
Oh, Uncle Giuseppe's is it's so dangerous.
It's so dangerous. Vanessa said, "Ever try peeling and curing a whole pineapple, stuffed inside a pork tenderloin, wrapped
No.
outside and back, and smoked?"
that sounds terrible.
And
Sounds
she
like the
said,
worst meal I'd ever
and then
eaten.
she said, "Alice it and enjoy." I'm not sure what that means. Alice it and enjoy.
I think slice it.
We're usually pretty good
Slice
at
it.
translating Vanessa.
Slice it. No,
Slice
he's right.
Oh,
Slice
slice
it
it. There
and
you go.
enjoy it. I like
Alice has nothing
right.
to do with
Got
it.
it.
She's busy at the diner.
Alice is out with Sam,
Like grits.
and
Right. Flo's kissing people's grits.
Hey, remember, you can get anything you want,
Mm.
excepting Alice.
exactly.
That's right.
And then Brian also said, to finally catch up with him, he said, averaging up his beers, second beer, Hair of the Dog.
He went with the
He went with
Don.
Don. Brian, we apologize. Dave and I opted not to go with Don tonight. We will soon.
We opted to be alive.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and I got to wake up at 6 a.m. So we opted not for the Don double barley wine.
It's still in the
Yeah,
fridge.
mine is as well. So
It's ready for another show or whenever.
we got hot takes, folks. Let's do the hot takes. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're
Hot
doing
takes.
that.
Here we go. All right, we got 8 of them
Shoot.
tonight. Here we go. All right, number 1, Dick Clark or Ryan Seacrest?
Dick Clark.
Dick
Of
Clark.
course. Dick Clark or
Well, not right now.
Oh yeah,
because
he's dead. But I'm just saying.
he's dead. But
Ryan
yeah,
Seacrest.
but yeah, in their heydays,
of
Dick
course.
Clark.
Well, that's what I mean. Obviously, right. The second one, Dick Clark or Guy Lombardo?
Still Dick Clark.
Still, yeah. Dick,
It's still Dick
It's
Clark,
still
but
Dick
Guy
Clark.
Lombardo has a certain nostalgia,
is it right?
nostalgia to it, right? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nostalgia Tay? Did you
I
make a
mean,
word? I
you
like
did.
that.
We're drinking.
That's a good
I mean,
word.
it's all right.
No, I'm liking
Yeah,
that one.
nostalgia-
Nostalgia Tay.
There you go.
It sounds fancy,
It sounds fancy.
but it's just drunk
It's all-
speak.
Friends and family or quiet night at home? These are all New Year's Eve takes, obviously, by the way.
Oh, for New Year's
Well,
Eve.
I'm going
Not
to be
just,
with.
not just in general. It's
I'm
like
not going to be with family, but I will be with friends that I
That's
call family. So yeah, friends and family.
friends and family.
Whichever setup keeps me from being outside and on the roads.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Good answer. Good answer. On that note, go out to a party or go out to like a club, a restaurant, a bar, whatever, for a party or a house party, whether it's your own or somebody else's.
House party. John, you know full well I've got a fully stocked bar right there.
Mm-hmm.
House party.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Party. I will. I'll. Brian, Vanessa, anybody else? Keep answering. I'll get to yours after we finish everybody else's.
And I got everything I could possibly want over here because I did I tell you what Carrie got me for Christmas?
Tell everybody else though.
She got me a bottle of Blanton's.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. So
and where did she get the bottle of Blanton's?
Oh, that's right. You know where it's the same place that Al got his first beer. As a matter of fact.
You remember that thing at the flea market that Jess got, Carrie?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I was trying to figure out what it was, and my best guess was it's got to be somebody's jersey. I was thinking maybe it was a Scattaboo jersey, but then when I opened it, like, oh, there we go. Even better.
There you go. Anyway, all right. So go to house party. Yeah, 100%. By the way, I'm right with you on all of these. Dick Clark, although Guy Lombardo, the Nostalgia thing.
Yes.
Friends and family and house party right there. Times Square or never Times Square? Never.
Although it's funny because I've never been to the Times Square celebration, but I've walked past it before midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, on adjacent streets because I've worked late and I've walked past the Times Square area. But friends of mine over the last 2 years, they go to an event right underneath where the ball drops.
Mm-hmm.
Times Square Alliance gets them tickets. It's this exclusive thing. You go in, there's drinks, there's food. You watch the ball drop from the bottom, right underneath the thing. And I mentioned it to my wife the other night, and she goes, well, why haven't we ever gone? I'm like, because why would you want to go to Times Square on New Year's Eve and have to fight your way through, checkpoints and all kinds of stuff and this and that? I don't want to do that. She goes, I want to go next year. I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah. So I'm like, okay, like I'll make it happen. It's one phone call pretty much, and I'll get us in. But I'm like, but understand, we're stuck there till after the ball drops and the sanitation.
Till about 2.
No, actually
1 o'clock.
Not even. They have the streets cleared and open within 45 minutes. Like they're that efficient with getting the crowds out and getting the street clear.
Now you heard they're dropping the ball twice this year.
Yes, and they're doing it's actually 3 times because they're dropping it twice.
Thrice?
Yeah. So New Year's
once, twice, thrice.
They're doing it again to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the country.
Yes.
And then apparently I heard they're doing it again on the 4th of July. As kind of
so just tomorrow night's only going to be.
Yes. So, which is
kind
of cool.
Yeah. No, it definitely is.
But yeah, I would never go to I would never want to go to Times
Square. Well, on that note, 100% with you. When I worked at WINS, I it might have been 2, but at least 1. I worked on New Year's Eve, but I worked the overnights, so I was done, mid-morning. I was leaving or whatever, and I'm like, I got to walk over before I get, because you park, we park the NYP plates, we park on the street.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to walk down. I'm going to check out what's going on before the nuttiness, right? And walk down and check it out. So I've seen it in the day early.
I've walked past at like 11:30 when I worked at Fox News Radio and got out at 11 and walked down in my garage on 34th Street,
right?
To get past all of it.
Sure.
And didn't want to take the train or whatever.
Right.
And you see the sea of humanity and you just like, get the fuck not.
I'm good.
See, my
11:30 at night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought you meant in the morning. Yeah.
No. When it's packed.
My commute from Port Authority to there skirts that.
Right.
and I know there's a lot of preparation that goes on. So I'm not.
I think they call that. I think they call that
preparation.
preparation H. I think that's what they call
Well,
that.
I've been on vacation since last Tuesday, so I'm
I'm working. I'm
I'm very happy that I have 13 days off or whatever it is, and I don't have to.
Fair enough.
Oh, actually,
What do you
I
work
should-
for?
I
School?
should say that. I am heading back into the city on Saturday. I'm taking my wife and my niece
See,
to the Met.
Yeah, but it's not
It's-
work. You're going to Met.
No. I mean, they want to go to the Met, so
work.
I'm dropping them off, and
That's one of the best
somewhere.
Best museums on
At the
planet.
moment, that's by far. Most of the time, it is, but at the moment, definitely, it's by far the best Met in New York City. Okay.
All right, what's the next?
Work for school. So
All
she's
right.
been off.
So we agree on that. And number 6. And this is just self-serving because this is things that I've done over the years, and most of it's years ago, not recently. Food on New Year's Eve obviously can be anything, but of these two, Chinese food or pizza?
Ooh.
On New Year's Eve? Usually neither.
No. I get the neither thing because it's a million other options you can have. But of those two,
All right, so
Chinese food or pizza?
we're bringing over like a big charcuterie thing of like mozzarella and all kinds of different things for the market.
And bacon.
No bacon, but I'm sure there'll be bacon somewhere.
Prosciutto, super sad.
Everybody's bringing a little something. Pizza is not one of those things.
No.
But there was a tradition, a girl that I used to date before I met my wife, where every New Year's Eve we would spend at her home with her family and have Chinese food. Like that was the thing, was to order Chinese food in and have Chinese food before midnight. So I would say Chinese food.
On that note, while Dave thinks and ponders, my parents always had the New Year's Eve parties from when I was a really young kid all the way through when I was already, like out of the house and I was going over there for New Year's Eve kind of thing, right? And every year there was Chinese food. It was like a Chinese food buffet set up. It was just and there was picking things on the bar and everything else, but there was plenty of all Chinese food and everything else. So anyway, Summer?
See, I'm gonna have to go with pizza, because New Year's Day, everything else is closed except for the Chinese restaurant.
So you're gonna eat that on New Year's Day?
I'm gonna eat that on New Year's Day. So it would be pizza the night before. But, and I don't know if this is gonna be one of your hot takes, but I'm gonna throw one in here based off what you just said. For New Year's Eve, usually New Year's Eve is a shit ton of apps.
Shit ton.
Yes.
Right? Finger food, right? What is the one thing you have to have on New Year's Eve? Otherwise, it's not New Year's
Pig
Eve.
and blanket. Pig and blanket.
Same. It's absolutely same.
100%. Gotta have that.
Yep.
That's you could have all the other hors d'oeuvres that you want. If you don't have at least a tray of pig and blankets, it's not.
Nope, don't bother inviting me.
That's right.
And I go a little over the top with those, because the Hillshire Farms Little Smokies are good to make pigs in a blanket out of, and the ones you get, just the ones you can buy in en masse in the freezer section. And
Right.
They never cook.
They never cook right. But the ones you make yourself, you get the crescent dough and you make them yourself. Right?
I could go over there right now, pull the crescent dough rolls, and I actually have the Nathan's.
Nathan's are fine. Thuman's actually makes cocktail franks.
Really?
I clearly
I
grew
can't
up
find
on
them.
those, and they're fantastic.
Of course you did, because your father was the rep.
I know Boar's Head does, but I didn't know Thuman's did.
Thuman's the same pork and beef that's in the grilling dogs that everybody wants is in the cocktail franks. You got to get those. I might know a guy.
You might have a source.
I have a connection.
But I've got the Nathan's. I've got the Pillsbury crescent roll dough, and the key to doing it right, because if you don't do this, you're not going to get the right ratio. You have to roll. You got to take the dough out, but you need to flatten it. You need to roll it.
It's too thick.
Because otherwise it's too thick. It's just all dough, no meat.
You need to thin it out a little bit. You don't need to thin it. You don't need to thin it out as much as you do for other cocktail franks with the Thuman's dogs, because they are a little. I mean, they're not big. They're just a little bigger than the tiny little ones.
That's what she said.
All right. Number 7, go out on New Year's Day or sleep all day?
That really depends on how good New Year's Eve was. There's one thing, Carrie.
But go ahead. No, go ahead.
Carrie had brought it up, and it's possible we may do this depending on how we feel. She may have forgot she brought this up, and I may have to remind her because she was talking about on New Year's Day going out to Hunan Taste in Denville.
Really?
I don't know if either two of you been there, but it's one of the best Chinese restaurants in all of New Jersey.
I meant to ask Mike tonight when I was at Paragon because they usually do a New Year's Day brunch.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll find out tomorrow because I told them I was going to pass by and have a drink before, going to my other party that I got invited to. If they're doing a New Year's brunch, I will definitely be there because we've done the New Year's brunch and it's fantastic. They usually do something, beer centric or whatever, but that would be my play would be to do a New Year's brunch because I could sleep late and roll over there at 11 o'clock. I mean, it's not,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, the party
for me, sleeping late is 11 o'clock, or 10 o'clock,
Right. I mean, the party I'm going to is in my town. So I can be home in 7 minutes. I'm not going to drive. My wife's going to drive. I can sleep until 8, walk the dog and whatever. And then we could do brunch at 11. That's
right.
I don't know. There you go.
So, yeah, I usually try to get out. All right. Number 8.
The last one?
There's one more after this. It was 9. I miscounted. There's 9. Number 8, honeymooners or odd couple?
Honeymooners.
100%.
I love the odd couple, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, technically, because it starts at midnight.
Honey out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much.
Hamana.
I mean, Mr. Cramden, you have won fortune. Norton, get the bag.
Oh, a Kencore apple.
There we go.
That is. I love when the thing goes flying off of the thing, and he walks over and he says, "Maybe we should say something about spearfish." that was not in the script.
No.
Nope.
Oh, but get back Hucklebuck. The Hucklebuck.
To the Hucklebuck. To the Hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, boy, you're out of luck. Yeah, there you go.
All right, number 9.
Number 9, and the final one.
It is amazing
number 9.
how that show has held up over all the years.
Hell yeah.
And how it is still a classic. It is still like you could watch an episode 15 times over and still laugh as hard as the first time.
Every fucking time. Mm-hmm. It's over 70 years old, that show. It's over 70 years old.
Well, a lot of the comedies back in the day were like that. Like this, even I Love Lucy.
Right.
I Love Lucy.
But the Honeymooners was essentially shot in one room. There were other scenes,
a few other scenes, but everything was But 90.
I Love Lucy was done in. I Love Lucy was
right.
Rooms.
Everything place in the kitchen.
90% of the Honeymooners was one set.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's amazing. And live.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Like there was no room for mistakes. They screwed up. You got to keep going. I mean, that's just remarkable. Remarkable.
There you go. All right. And 100% Honeymooners. What was, got to ask you, if you remember, because I do remember mine. I don't know why. I do. I'm weird. It is what it is. Right. But do you remember the first episode of Honeymooners you ever saw?
Oh, wow.
I do. Okay. I mean, I was very young, and it was on Thanksgiving one year, and
it's the one where his boss was coming over for dinner.
Oh, okay,
that's a good one.
That was the first one I saw.
That's a good one. I think the first one that I saw that I remember was in the pool hall.
There was a couple episodes in the pool hall. Yeah,
one of the few.
Right.
Episodes not in
it starts out there when they Harvey.
Right.
Yeah.
That or
my friend Harvey's even bigger than me. I have a friend Shirley that's even bigger than you.
It was either one of those or the one where he tells Alice he's going to pick up the check at dinner, and then he gets the check and he's like, he bugs out.
No, Bert. Bill. Bill.
No,
Bill. I got it. Okay, Ralph.
And he looks at it. Oh, I can't pay this. Yeah, that might have been one of my first ones.
That was good. Mine was the $99,000 answer.
I love that. That's one of my favorite episodes. Because what does he keep playing?
Swanee River.
Swanee River.
And-
Will you stop playing
And
that?
it's the only
That's
one you
the one he asked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humming. Ed Norton. I love it. Gotta love it. All right. And number 9. Number 9. Resolutions or none?
None.
None. Read what it says. What does it say under Beer Samurai right there?
Resolutions. We don't need no stinking resolutions.
Because too many years, you make these resolutions. Have any of your resolutions lasted more than a month?
Most people's last 2 or 3 weeks. That's it.
Yeah. So you get to the point where you understand that it's pointless, because there's one thing you also start to understand as you go through the years, you get older and all that, that just because the calendar changed and you've got something else that's tacked to the wall doesn't mean anything else has fucking changed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so making a resolution, you can make a resolution any day of the year. You don't need to do it on December 31st or January 1. Do it whenever. Do it when you're ready to do it. Not because you think you're supposed to do it, because it's not going to last that way. You need to want to be able to do that. So you do it. You make that resolution when you're ready.
When you're ready to make it, you make the resolution. Doesn't matter what day of the week, the month of the year. It doesn't matter.
Because I speak for myself, but I know a lot of my friends are the same way. When you tell me and force me to do something, I ain't gonna do it.
I heard somebody talk about it today. They go, if you're gonna join a gym or you want to get healthier, right, and that's your resolution or whatever, don't do it on the first of the year. Wait until the first of the year.
Well, there's a really good reason for that, because all the machinery is taken up by
everybody.
All
Yeah, exactly. Go out, take the month of January and just walk. Just take walks, and then in February, join the gym, because it's empty then.
It's empty then. And I'll tell you one thing. There's this one lady that I work with, and when I first started working there, she was a road grader.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be mean, but she was a very large woman. But
I thought she was a grader. Like I give this road an A.
It's a really good road. That was her job. Too many potholes. B-.
1 star. This road sucks.
Won't drive down it again.
Too many clouds.
But no, she what she did, and she's done it. And I remember she was in the office when she hit her 100th day in a row of walking 10,000 steps.
Oh, wow. That's.
And now I call my nickname for her now is Skinny. There's nothing left of her. 10,000 steps a day, impressive. 100 days in a row. And I think she said she lost like 35 pounds.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So to your point, you don't need to join the gym. Just walk.
Just walk.
But it's 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps is about 5 miles.
Right. And they say you don't even have to do 10,000 steps anymore. They say 7 is the maximum that you should.
7,000 or 7?
7,000.
Because I can do 7 right into the next room.
7,000 steps.
Oh, okay.
7
is
steps.
the
Use 7 steps a day. You're good to go.
good.
I can do 7 steps. I'm going to do 7 steps to go get my next beer.
Right. That's right. I don't have to do any steps. It's right here in front of me.
I do have to say I've made one resolution for next year. Okay.
Get rid of that piece of shit.
Besides that,
and get
starting on January 1st, I'm going to only watch videos in 1080p. That's my New Year's resolution.
Really?
Oh, that's good. Okay.
All right, awesome. Fine. I had to say it. Had to be one dad joke in here. So
sure.
There you go.
That's
all right.
Awful joke.
So, Dave, while you go get your other beer, I'm going to catch up on.
Actually, no, because I did break the damn seal. I'm going to have to do another.
So do a bio break, get your beer. I'll catch up on everybody's answers.
No, I'm still
working
on my second. You just poured your second. Yeah, I'm still working.
All right. So we got.
No, I learned my lesson from last year about chugging these damn things down.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna take
go
it
back.
easy.
Brian Boak says Dick Clark.
Okay.
Brian Boak says Guy Lombardo. Okay. Vanessa Kitty said her parents liked Guy Lombardo. Whose parents didn't like Guy Lombardo? Come on, right?
That's a good point.
Brian Boak said Home. Quiet Night at Home.
New Year's Eve, right?
Right. Vanessa Kitty said Home, where she makes the foods.
Well, making the food she's making, yeah, I'd hang out at home.
100%.
Right.
Go out or house party. Vanessa the Kitty said, my house. We'll be over. What time you want us up there, Vanessa?
Sure.
Connecticut's not that far. Brian Boak said, stay home, away from the dangerous people. I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Yep.
And then, which we call it, Times Square or no, Brian Boak said, never. Bladder.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the drawback of Times Square, right?
Of course.
So even before 9/11 or whatever, you could not leave the area that you were in. So you had to sit there. So it was, what do? Do you drink all day and then figure out a way to go to the bathroom, or do you drink nothing? And then you have, people like, well, I got a Stadium Pal and I'll just pee in a sack and then, pour it out when I leave. I never understood.
Depends.
No, I mean, honestly, first off, the weather is a major factor, right?
Sure.
Even if it's 50 degrees out, 40 degrees out.
It's going to be like in the 20s.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is,
Sure.
Some years where they're like, oh, well, on New Year's Eve, it's only going to be 40 degrees. Who wants to sit in 40 degrees for 10 hours?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get there in early afternoon. You're penned in. They don't let you out.
My feet can't even take that.
I would never, even if I was in the best of shape, like 1 year between the ages of 16 and 17. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, I would never want to subject myself to that for that long a period of time.
Right.
It's just not worth it.
No.
It's the thing where you grew up in New York City, like growing up, being born and raised on Staten Island. There were so many things that tourists did that we didn't do.
No.
Like Statue of Liberty. Why? We've seen it. It's there. It's there all the time. There's no reason to go to it. I mean, I've been to it, but I'm just saying, there's no reason to. Have you done this? Have you done that? No. Have you seen the fireworks on 4th of July? No, because I could watch it from where I live or, on the TV. What do I care? New Year's Eve.
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Well, I actually did the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it was fun. I have to say it was a lot of fun. But is it something that I would trek to do? I can understand why tourists do it, but if you live in the New York area, it's like, why? I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that. Like, it's just not. It's not worth it. It's not worth the aggravation.
No, you're not wrong when it comes to that. Like I've only gone and observed the New York City Marathon twice. Just ran it both times.
Even when my brother ran it. I
was at the New York City Marathon when I was 9, 10 years old or whatever. My dad took me, and I think it was because either my dad or my uncle knew Bill Mazer from Channel 5, and they were doing the whatever. We wanted to see the. I
worked with Bill Mazer for 2 years.
So we wanted to see the start of the race, and I had a picture of me and Bill Mazer. He's giving me like a big hug, and I have like binoculars or whatever, and this little picture. I couldn't have been more than 8 or 9 years old. My dad took me, and it was fun to see the start of the race at Fort Wadsworth, right at the lip of the Verrazano Bridge,
right at the top. Yeah,
that was fun. But to like go to the city and watch these people run, please.
Well, I did it.
Who's run 5 of those marathons, New York City marathons. He's in tremendous shape. He still fits in the same football pants from high school. God bless him.
No. Hold on. You say 2 things to him. God bless him, and go fuck himself.
Fuck off.
I have told him to go fuck himself. But
I'll have more than one.
He has walked across the Dallas Star with former President Bush and his wife during 9/11 ceremonies.
Okay.
So, excuse me.
Wow.
He's done a tremendous amount of work for the New York City Police Department. He's got to be 31, 32 years in. He still climbs bridges. He's still doing all this stuff that these young kids are doing. And he's a couple of years older than me. He's 2 years older than me. And is still in this. He's still younger. He's still the same waist size that he was in high school. Like, we joked with him when we played softball in the 90s. He wore his yellow football pants from our football colors to the games and can still fit in the same pants. I mean, it's like, come on. I mean,
I love it.
Like, I want to be that guy.
I know.
Like, who's still in that phenomenal shape.
Well, That's why you hate these people.
I don't
You
hate
them.
him.
Jealous.
I don't hate him.
No.
Every time I see his guys,
and I'm not saying hate.
God
every-
bless him. Kudos to him. That's fantastic.
every time I see his guys from emergency services, I'm always like, "Is so and so your commanding officer?" Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to, and I just start rattling off stuff for them to go after him with. And like, "Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for your service." And I walk away. And then he calls me a week later. How did these guys? I don't know. What are you talking about?
I used to start 5 mornings a week with Bill Mazer on WVD.
Bill was a legend. Still a legend.
It was great. So I did because I did the overnights at EVD. So he did the morning show at 5, started at 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
And I started with the Alan Combs show the night before.
Wow.
And I took in the Jim Bohannon feed from Washington overnight, and then I did the Bill Mazer show in the morning. And Bill Mazer, his morning routine was always the same thing. Good morning, this is Bill Mazer. We got this, and whatever the show was going to contain, and then he guessed or whatever. And that's coming up for you. And the next hour, we're going to start that. Flaydung, how was Combs' show last night? Every morning.
That's great. That's great.
So, gotta love it.
Nice.
All right, where were we? We left off. Stay home, away from the dangerous people. Oh, never bladder. There you go. That's it. Vanessa Kitty said,
and the dangerous. What he means by the dangerous people, as most of us refer to New Year's Eve and some other days of the year, amateur hour.
Right. Yeah. Vanessa Kitty said Times Square because her employer's office was right there at Broadway and 42nd.
Okay.
She said.
You got a place to be outside of the crush, and you had a bathroom.
Too.
So doesn't count.
She looked at a home this week built in 1765.
I actually grew up in a house that was built in not the one upper, but built in 1750. And as cool as that is, oh my God, all the problems with that house. Imagine. Oh, and it was haunted.
Oh, well, what home that's older than 100 years isn't haunted?
Those who have been leveled, because there's not a lot of them left.
Exactly. She said 161st Street and Walnut Avenue. I would walk down to Pfizer headquarters for work back then. Homemade pizzas. That's what she would eat instead of Chinese food.
Actually, Carrie's getting actually pretty damn good at making pizza.
Made the dough 2 days ahead for proper aging of it. Brian Boak said filet mignon and shrimp cocktail. Hate Chinese food.
All right.
Now, shrimp cocktail is a big thing.
No, it is. He's right.
Yeah. He's right, but I still need to.
And we talked about this on another. Right. We talked about this on another show. Vanessa Kitty said, "Eggnog made with duck eggs." We talked about that already.
Yeah, we did talk about that one. That's got to be nice and
not
rich.
an eggnog fan.
Yeah,
never.
I love it.
Hold on. Go out on New Year's Eve or sleep. Vanessa Kitty said, "Staying home or tobogganing if enough snow."
All right.
Honeymooners are odd couple. Brian Boak said, "Honeymooners," and then Vanessa Kitty expounded on that just a bit. She said, honeymooners and Twilight Zone. That's Twilight Zone. I was remiss. There is a Twilight Zone marathon on New Year's Day, too. You're traveling into another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind.
It's funny because I really didn't do the Honeymooners marathon all that often because I was busy watching the ball games.
No, I watch it. I watch it at night. I watch it at night, and then I flip back and forth during some bowl games during the for a couple of the other episodes. But I'll watch it when we get home. We're going out tomorrow night. First time in years we're going out. We're going to Asbury Park. Okay.
Godspeed.
No, we'll be fine. We'll come back. We might have another drink, and then we'll come back. We'll have a nice drink at home before we go to bed.
Right.
Well, no, we will have another drink, but then we'll have another drink when we get home. Right. But I will put on the Honeymooners, and then undoubtedly at some point Jess will go to bed, and I will watch another episode of Honeymooners, and then I'll go to bed.
He's going to put on the Honeymooners and his sexy time
clothes. Yes, there you go. Oh no, I'm just going to pass out on the couch. That's going to happen, so that's fine.
That's usually
how it works. That's my sexy time clothes is just taking my shoes off. That's what that means.
And passing.
There you go. And anyway, to finish these comments up, Vanessa Kitty said, "I got the military buses on her driver's license in the military just to be able to drive extra duty. Resolutions are none." And Brian Boak said none. And then he said, I did 2,837 steps today. There you go.
That was just up and down his steps to go because he was probably brewing.
There you go.
Right? And then he's got to take the dog out.
And he said a friend of his was the balloon handler. You did 38.26.
Oh, you went up them. I think I did. I may have done 12.
12 steps. Well, that has nothing to do with walking though for you. I mean, you know.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I did
38 steps. There you go. Let's see what mine is.
But it's because I didn't have my phone in my pocket.
Let's see what mine is. I gotta go where there it is.
Because I didn't leave the apartment. I was working all day. I did 38 steps.
I did
6,000?
6,028 steps. There you go.
He's got all of us beat put together.
6,028 steps I did.
Congratulations.
There you go. And Brian Boak said his home is 100 years old. Vanessa Kitty said horse rat.
Oh, so he bought it second.
Right.
No, first hand. He
built it, right.
I got that joke.
You got it backwards. Sorry. Vanessa Kitty said horseradish Bloody Marys with jumbo shrimp. That's not a bad thing.
Well, that's New Year's Day. Bloody Marys are.
And Brian said he did not leave the house. There you
go. New Year's Day is actually National Bloody Mary Day.
100%. I will have a Bloody Mary when I have breakfast on New Year's Day. I always do, and I have it most weekend mornings anyway. Without vodka, I have tomato juice with a ton of pepper and lemon.
No, I need a little of the dog that
hair of the dog that bit you.
It could be. I mean,
hair of the dog that bit you.
Right.
And this is what's going to bite me tonight, more than likely. Actually, if I make it to my fourth, that one's going to lay me down.
There you go. I may stop at 3. I'm going to finish this one and have the other one because I gotta have.
I'll just grab this.
I grab my third, but I have to go break the seal.
Go. Well, go ahead. I'll entertain everybody while the two of you go.
Oh
no! I'm here. I'm done.
Oh, I thought you were going to get your beer. You're
done.
No, you got it already.
There you go. Here. I didn't have to walk to.
All right, Al.
This is tradition for the show.
Yes, it is.
Every year on this show, I drink the barrel-aged version of Christmas that came out this year. And I have it in this year's glass.
He does.
I had to drive all the way up to New York because a liquor store that was supposed to get it failed.
Hey, not just one, many. All New Jersey did not get that beer, my friend.
No one in Jersey got it.
I saw
it. I had to go up to Chico's. And grab this. And it's funny because when I went up there to grab this, my fourth beer, if I get to it, also was bought at the Chico's because you can't get this in Jersey. And I may have to go back up there and grab all the rest of them that are left on the shelf.
That might not be a bad thing, actually.
And maybe give one to Mr. Flaydom because I know he loves that particular beer. If I can make it to it. So only the 9. We tore through those hot takes.
We did. We tore through them. That was good. Good. Very good.
It's good. I may have maybe 1 or 2 more rolling around my head for when Al gets back.
Yeah. Bring them on. Let's do it. I'm happy with that.
That we can toss those out there.
Brian Boak said he gets the V8 Bloody Mary mix regularly.
We got one. Usually I do my own Bloody Mary mix. But we couldn't find fresh horseradish. And when we do our own Bloody Mary mix, it's lemon juice, fresh horseradish, wash your sister sauce, some sort of hot sauce, whatever you want to put in there, how much you want to hurt yourself, and tomato juice. Right, that's your makings of a Bloody Mary mix. But we got this one Bloody Mary mix. I think it was a Total Wine. It looked good. We're probably going to have to doctor it a little bit.
Gotcha.
Maybe put a little bit more hot sauce in it. But I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about next because that's going to be one of the hot takes that I'm going to give. But yeah, we will do that New Year's Day.
Fair enough.
But I'll say one of the best Bloody Marys I had last season, of the last football season, we're at a tailgate at Giant Stadium. And that's the one where I met Marley Lyons at.
Right.
Remember that? And it was my friend Jim Lopresti. It was his tailgate. And
Jim Lopresti, we got to get back out to. I mean, I know he lives in Bergen County, but we got to go back out to Montauk with him.
He does not live in Bergen County. He lives in Queens.
Why do I think he lived in Bergen County?
Because you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. That goes without saying.
No, he lives
For
in
some
Queens.
reason, I thought you told me you lived in Bergen County. For some reason, I don't know why.
No.
All right, well, whatever. We got to get back to Montauk with him, is my point.
Okay. But we're just saying, Al, I've got a couple more hot takes going to throw out
right.
there. If you can remember, New Year's resolution that lasted the shortest amount of time.
Personal or just one that you know of?
Wow.
Personal.
Probably a diet. Like I'm gonna diet, and then like 3 hours in, it wasn't happening. So,
you know what? I'm probably I'll concur with Al, but I'll expand upon it a little bit. Diet and go to the gym. Yeah, it didn't even take. Like, okay, I'm going to the gym this year, and then I didn't. You know, and I still did my because I always walk, I always run.
So you're saying yours was DOA?
I didn't even start. So it didn't.
Yeah, that's what says dead on the right. Mine was actually I made the resolution, and it was phrased not to take the easy ones, which means if someone says something and there's that easy joke, that low-hanging fruit, to not jump on it immediately.
Fair enough.
And you know my nature. There was no way.
I mean, that's with your. I mean, that's you. I mean,
my
wife. It's all of us. It's all.
I said your wife's on the stairs.
Because she's probably letting the dog out and wanting to know if I'm done. I'm not done.
All right,
honey.
Jess was on the show 2 weeks ago. She can come on.
Oh, see, there you go. So I'm finally pouring.
Kerry was on the show a year ago tonight.
Last year.
My wife will not be on this show.
In a rescue operation.
She's not a fan of the camera. Free Will Brewing. This is something that my brother-in-law got for me for Christmas this year.
I like Free Will.
This is the Ralphiest, one of the Ralphiest versions for this year. What is this? A. Smith Bowman Bourbon Barrel and J. Rigger Bourbon Barrel.
Yes. Nice.
Oh, wow. That's a stout?
Oh, yeah. Pouring it in a Bolero snort glass, too.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well,
I heard if you rearrange the letters of Bolero Snort, it actually spells Robert something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently.
So this is the Bull Stout glass that they came out with a couple of years ago. Right. It's actually a great glass for stout. Yeah. Just the way it is shaped. And they were selling it like at a discount for like $5. And I remember when I bought it, and Scott actually called me the next day and was like, "Why are you buying this?" I'm like, "Because it's $5." He's like, "I'll give it to you." I'm like, "No, it's $5. I don't care." Like, just.
Oh, you know that he's actually going to be tending bar tomorrow?
am incredibly tempted to go to Bolero tomorrow
and give him a hard.
Because I love.
Does he know how?
No, because one person went. He only knows how to make White Russians. How can he pour beer? I said he was sexy, so we'll see if there's a response.
Now, word on the street is that they're actually doing milkshake beers.
Yeah, yes, I've seen the video.
So everybody needs to go tomorrow and order nothing but milkshake beers.
I like that. Actually,
I would be surprised if he remembers how to pull a tap.
We're actually getting together, he and I, and a couple of others for dinner in February. We had to make these plans because we're heading out to Long Island to a chef that we all know, and we were supposed to go last year, and things sort of fell through. So one of our group kind of put it back together and was like, "We need to go see him." And we're like, all right, let's figure out a date. And most of January was not good, and so February, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, I could do that day, but the next day is the New York City Brewers Guild, whatever. But yeah, I'm fine with it. So it worked out.
The other hot take that I was going for.
Go for it.
We know on a Bloody Mary, traditional celery stick. You have to have that celery stalk.
Of course.
Yeah. Right? Yes.
Eat it, don't eat it, doesn't matter. I don't care.
Right.
Other than celery stalk, favorite edition, because we've seen Bloody Marys
bacon
that are just through the roof.
Bacon.
I'm not a Bloody Mary guy, but it's got to have bacon.
It's got to have bacon.
You could put a chicken sandwich,
maple peppered bacon specifically.
Yeah. You got to have a big, thick thick. It can't be
Thick.
Gotta be thick.
It's gotta be, an inch
Not a
and half,
little piece that's going to fall apart and break into
Right.
the glass. It's got a
like a slab
slab of bacon in the glass.
in the drink. Yeah.
And
Rather than slab, what I like to do
what do you like to do, Dave?
is I cook the bacon
What do you like to do?
What do
in the
you
oven.
like to do?
There's so many things I like to do, but we can't discuss them here.
Well, we can, but you won't.
Well, I'm not going to. Is I cook it in the oven.
Mhm.
I put it on a rack. But what I do is I twist it into a tube and bake it that way.
All right, fair enough.
And then what you can do is you can put like skewers down the middle of that. If you twist it tight enough, you can use it as a damn straw, which is interesting. I've never been able to do it successfully without all the Bloody Marys slipping out the side. And Al Gattullo's face is telling me he's really enjoying what he's drinking right now.
I just had the first sip of that. Oh my. Wow. My brother-in-law made a fantastic choice. And he got me cigars to sort of match it, but I can't have a cigar. He got me some Rocky Patels that are.
Well, you can't have a cigar, or you can't have a cigar in the basement.
Oh, no. I don't smoke in the house. No way.
That's my point. But you can have a cigar, just not right
I
this minute.
could. She'd kill me. If I was outside, different story. But no, not.
I got a few.
God, I wish I could smoke a cigar.
My rabbit hole.
Well,
humidor.
he got me this, and he got me 10 cigars. He got me a couple of Brazilian cows and a couple of Rocky Patels that are bourbon aged.
Oh,
Perfect with this beer, but
you're killing me.
yeah, I know.
I can't smoke it anymore.
You know what it is? I ordered a bunch of stuff.
right there. So.
Oh,
I ordered a bunch of stuff.
I need this. I'm going outside. Goodbye, guys. I'm going outside.
Bye.
I ordered a bunch of cigars a couple of months ago.
By the way, that's my
And
humidor
then-
right there.
And then Piscopo came back from a couple of different trips, and he hands me. First off, he gave me 6 cigars from Malta.
Really?
Malta.
Well, wait, they were dry as could be, and he goes, "I don't know if they're any good." I said, "Just give them to me. I'll
Put
put
in the
them
humidor.
Put them in the humidor. Bring it back. Yeah.
recharge them." Oh my God, amazing! Then he brings me.
Where
back.
the hell did he get
He was in
cigars
Malta.
from? Oh,
Now,
'cause
were
he's
they
in Malta.
were they Malta cigars, or were they
Yes.
Dominican
No.
cigars?
He
in
was
Malta?
in Malta. He was on a Mediterranean cruise, and he bought the cigars in Malta. But by the time
But
he
they
got
weren't like Dominican cigars that he bought in Malta.
no. They were from Malta. They were
But
made.
did they shoot through schools?
And then he got me 2 Hoya de Monterey's
Oh,
from the Bahamas, but Cuban. So I smoked one.
You know what? I had a
smoked
Cuban.
one with
I had a
last
Cuban
week.
cigar once.
One. Well, wait. You know what? I'm gonna grab my. Hang on a second. It's right.
What are you gonna grab? What's he gonna?
I actually have rabbit hole cigars too from the
Oh, right. Diesel.
Diesel rabbit hole cigars from the distillery.
So this Cohiba is from.
I'm hating you right now.
Is that a Cuban, Cohiba?
This is a
It's
Cuban.
a Cuban Cohiba.
Famed celebrity attorney Arthur Idala gave this to me about 10 years ago. No, 8 years ago. Still haven't smoked it yet. It is in phenomenal condition.
Al, have you ever had a Cuban Cohiba?
Yes.
It's the best cigar I've ever.
I'm waiting for
fucking
the right
had.
moment to smoke that one. This is the Hoya de Monterey that Piscopo gave me that I fully recharged in my humidor, and it is perfection.
Somewhere right now.
This one has been in my humidor probably 15 years. This Hoya de Monterey, this little thin pencil one,
Nice.
Red Rock.
Somewhere right now, John Henderson's ears are ringing.
Right now, my taste buds and my lungs are at odds with one.
At odds with one another. Yeah,
So my little Herfador is fantastic for this stuff.
that's beautiful.
John, did I ever tell you about my humidor?
In storage.
Well, it's in a box in storage, yes, but it is made of burrow wood.
Okay.
And it was made by Tiffany's, actually.
I am shocked that you have a humidor made by Tiffany's.
Yes. Got it from the employee store, as a matter of fact. My first year with the company, actually. So that was almost 30 years
That's
ago.
a long time ago.
A
Like in the
long time
90s.
ago. That thing has seen some nice cigars go in and out of it.
In and out and in and out.
Well, the first
Thomas had a squeeze box.
the first cohiba that I had from Cuba was at my brother-in-law, who got me this Freewheel brewing beer, was at his wedding in 2004, and Jack was, God, he was 4 months old, and we had it at Paradise Island. He had the wedding.
You gave a 4-month-old a cigar.
Oh yeah, shoved it right in. Just
There you
go
go.
ahead.
Smoke this kid. Come on. There you go.
Take it,
Don't be a
breathe in.
sissy.
That's right. Don't be breathing. So I think I paid at that time. I think I paid $35 or $40 for that cigar, and that was 20.
Wait a second. Oh, he's drinking water. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my wife looked at me and she's like, "It was how much?" And I go, "Yeah, it was, $35, $40. And you're gonna smoke that?" I said, "Not only am I gonna smoke that, I'm gonna smoke it until it's burning my fingers." That's how
I'm smoking this. Forget about smoking down to the ring. I'm smoking it down to the nub. I may need a cigar roach clip for this cigar.
Throwing this cigar away at any point in the next 3
That's
hours.
gotta be the first time the term roach clip's been used on this show.
And
But you're getting every friggin' penny out of that cigar.
Without a doubt.
$35. Absolutely.
What happened was the wedding went off without a hitch on the beach. They had the dinner, and literally 20 minutes after the dinner ended, they're about to bring out dessert, and the sky just opens up, pouring. And they didn't have any contingency for if it rains that they would move it inside. So basically, all right, dinner over. That's it. Go your separate ways. So I'm puffing on this cigar, and it's pouring. And my wife's like, "What are we going to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. You're going to go
my
back to
damn
room.
cigar.
I'm going to keep smoking the cigar." And my now sister-in-law, her sister, was there with her husband, and I think they had a little kid too. Couldn't have been more than a year or two old. She's like, "Are you going to smoke that filthy thing right here?" I go, "Yep, because it's not raining, and I can continue to smoke it. So you might want to go somewhere else." And she had to, because I was there was no way I was giving that up.
Nope.
No way.
No. No way you should have. No way you should have.
No. Actually, it was a great weekend because it was the same weekend as Mike Piazza's celebrity poker tournament, golf tournament kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And they had this thing, all these athletes are down there at the Bahamas. And at this point, I know most of these people. So I'm saying hello to so-and-so and says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I'm, "Well, my brother-in-law got married, blah, 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 whatever." And one of the people that had come with us to the wedding hadn't met anybody famous yet. She wanted to meet somebody famous. And so on the flight home.
But you are famous.
No.
Yeah, you're kind of famous.
No.
You might be C-list famous.
No. C. No. Keep going. Z, maybe.
Q.
X.
Q.
Yeah, maybe Q.
We'll give you Q.
So maybe Q.
On the third row of letters.
Right. On the third
row.
Right. So she's like, I didn't meet anybody famous and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, she stands next to somebody. And we're getting ready to fly home. And I look at my wife and I go, Mrs. Malang is standing next to Judd Nelson. And she goes, "No." And I go, "That's Judd Nelson."
Was it Judd Nelson?
It was. No. It was legit. It was Judd Nelson. So I call her over and I said, "That's Judd Nelson. He's an actor." And she walks over to him and she goes, "What do you do?" And he's, "Well, I'm an actor and this and that." And I'm going, and I just yell out, "New Jack City." And he's like, "All right." That
was funny.
it.
We're in Brick City. We're sitting in Brick City. Carrie and I. She's on my left, and I look over to my right. Sitting next to me, and I said because he was there a lot.
Dave Krumholtz.
Carrie, I'm like, that's Dave Krumholtz. Mm-hmm. She goes, "Who?" Oh my God. So
Bernard, the head elf.
I was like, "Bernard, the head elf." She goes, "Oh." She goes, "No, that's not him." I'm like, "No, that's Krumholtz."
Okay, no, it is.
Right. He's actually here a lot. She's like,
he lives in Berg County. He lives in Berg County. Yeah.
And he's friends with the brewers, and he's friends with a lot of people here. And I said, and I turned to him like, "Dave, not for nothing. She doesn't think you're Dave Krumholtz." He goes, "Well, that's kind of unfortunate because I am." She's like, "Oh, I'm like, yeah." So when he's not actually acting or doing anything, this is what he looks like. Yeah, that's And actually, he actually looks less homeless there than he usually does.
Exactly right.
And the best thing is, while we're sitting there, I said, "Well, what are you working on?" Because I had met him before in an event in Brooklyn.
The other half of it, yeah.
And I said, "Well, what are you working on right now?" He goes, "I've got something coming out. You guys are really going to watch this movie. There's a lot of great actors in it. It's a movie called Oppenheimer."
Oh.
I was like, "Okay, we'll look for that. Yeah, we'll look for that. Yeah, we'll look for it. Oppenheimer, one of the best movies of maybe the decade." Oh my God, he was fantastic in that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I found out the weekend of my brother-in-law's wedding, I found out that John Smoltz is a degenerate gambler. Absolute degenerate.
Man.
Guy dropped, I'm not kidding, 30 grand on roulette. Like, I was stunned.
Roulette.
On roulette. Like
roulette, which is there's you've got no control over roulette.
Yeah, like I lost $200, maybe $300, whatever it was. This guy was dropping tens of thousands.
Oh, yes.
It was just it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
On
but,
that,
go ahead.
No, finish. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
On the Dave Krumholz thing at the we talked about when whatchamacallit was on from KCBC. We were talking about the Defiant, the Abominable Snowfest, the beer fest we used to have up Defiant.
And that's where that picture was from, right?
No, that picture was from another beer fest.
Another Defiant beer fest.
No, another beer. That was actually an Allison beer fest. The Skylands, the Sussex County beer fest that she used to do years ago. But anyway, I'm pouring at the Defiant booth. We all took turns. I did. You know, we all did different things, right? So I'm pouring in the back. We have a Defiant booth set up and everything else, and there's all the different breweries out there. It's a beer fest, right? Right next to the Defiant booth was the Two Villains booth. It was the first year Two Villains was open in Nyack, and he's friends with John and Sean, right? So Dave's in the booth, and Dave and I are standing there, and we're just BSing. He and I've known him for a while at this point, and we're BSing, and there's not a lot of traffic coming up to Defiant booth because everybody that's there has come to Defiant. They've had the Defiant beer, right? So they want everything else. So I'm really not doing a whole hell of a lot of work. And Dave was just standing there, and John and Sean were pouring. So anyway, we talked for a while, and he was leaving. He's like, "All right, see you later." You know, shake, bro, hug, boom. He starts to leave, and somebody walks up to the booth, the Defiant booth, and I walk over, and "What can I do for you?" They're like, "I'll have that." And she goes, "Come here." And I go, "What?" She goes, "Is that actor that was in the Santa Claus?" Right? And I go, "No. He just looks like him. He gets that all the time."
Well, it's funny because when I first ran across him in Brooklyn, Bolero was there, and Scott. You know, so I see Scott. I walk past this guy.
Scott, I don't have a picture of Scott except he's laying down after sleeping.
Because he's usually lying down after some sort of event. Yes, that's his thing. But I walk past this guy, I look at him, I see Scott, I'm like, that dude looks just like Dave Krumholz. Mm-hmm. He's like, that's
because it is, yeah.
Because it is. Come on, I'll introduce you. But we found out at the end of the festival, I was only like one of two people that made him. Because a lot of people didn't.
Which festival is in Brooklyn?
Other half. It was another half festival.
No, it was at the Brooklyn Steel. It was a Brooklyn Beer Fest.
I thought it was another half festival.
It wasn't
That's Five Boroughs Craft Beer Fest.
Which one?
Five Boroughs Craft Beer Fest?
It may have been. I was pouring for Carton.
Oh, that might, yeah. Yeah, at the Brooklyn Well on Meserole Street.
I think, yeah, you're right. It was Brooklyn Well. He was, Krumholz was actually pouring for Bricks.
That festival was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite festivals.
That was one of the best beer festivals ever. Like, I had to judge Allison's events and then go to that one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So picture being half in a bag
Half in the
And,
bag? No, judging an Ellison Festival is not half in the bag. That's
well,
3 times in the bag.
I was trying to be conservative and then drive to Brooklyn and drink and eat. I mean, that
They had one of the best burger trucks.
the couple that threw that event, John, was amazing. Like, they had great music at the event.
Yep.
Your ticket price got you food because they passed around food.
And the food trucks were fantastic.
Food was fucking unbelievable. But the beer itself was off the charts. Like, there was not a bad beer there.
Well, here's the thing. All of the breweries that were invited were trying to impress each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that usually is what happens, but yeah,
not always, because there's those festivals.
No, there's some breweries that don't partake, but for the most part.
But honestly, out of the Jersey breweries, it was Bolero, Bricks, and Twin,
and Carton.
And Carton.
Yeah,
the only 4. And at the time, Carton was doing nothing.
Yeah, what we brought that year was,
but they weren't doing any festivals.
Yeah, but they went to that one,
right?
Augie said it. And I said it twice. I don't say it again. I said it twice in one sentence. Sorry. He has said he who shall remain nameless. I can't say his name. Mr. Carton. There you go. Has said they only go to beer fests that are run by breweries that they're invited to personally.
This is not a brewery. This was a husband and wife.
Right. Well, or whatever, that type of a beer fest. In other words, they're not calling up GABF and saying, "Hey, we're coming out there," or AC Beer Fest. Or anything.
It's funny how I have this glass on my table, and this is one of the early versions of it. But this was the glass that they gave you at the festival.
5 bars, yeah.
This is the biggest glass I've ever seen at a beer festival. The next one was like a guitar, like the.
The best part about this is when you drove up to the venue, you're like, it can't be held here, can it?
Right. And then you walk into the place, you walk down a set of steps, and they're like, oh, no. It's out in the backyard. They had a backyard in Brooklyn, which is in and of itself is mind-blowing, right?
There's been a few backyards in Brooklyn that were really cool.
Yeah, but
not many.
I'm just saying, to hold a beer fest.
Oh, to hold a beer fest, forget about it, yeah. Unless it was a 3-brewery beer fest.
Right.
Yeah.
You walk into this backyard, and it was stunning. I remember my wife came with me one year, and she's like, what is going on here? Like, it was insanity. And then the next year, I came with my best friend, and somebody did a beer that was purple. It was peak-colored or whatever. It was from Long Island. The beers were amazing. The food was amazing. The
breweries brewed specifically for the event.
Right. See, and this is where... I know this was one of the things that we were going to talk about. This is one of the things that needs to come back for next year. Yeah. Why are beer festivals failing the way they're failing? Right? There are
I have a few theories, but go ahead.
I got a lot of theories behind this.
There are certain ones that sell out no matter what. Firestone Walker's, beer invitational, which I got tickets for this year, and I couldn't make it work because it was too expensive for me to go. But
Hunapoo's coming back.
Hunapoo is coming back for 26, which that's the first Hunapoo since Monster took them over, which was 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
4 years ago.
4. All right, so
at least 3, probably 4. Yeah,
right. Snallygaster, amazing event that I've never been to. That is sort of on the bucket list. Like, I need to go to that next year because it sounds like an amazing event. It is an amazing event. I know people that have gone to the event and said it's unbelievable. You have to be there. But then there are other events where the Atlantic City Beer and Music Fest next year is their last year. And which is fine. Look, listen, John has done a tremendous job over 20 years, right?
Absolutely.
But
this is none of it's his fault.
No, but the last 2 have not been good. They've been poorly attended, and I think because people are just sort of like, I don't want to do this anymore or whatever. Meanwhile, he had great bands. Where else can you buy a ticket for $60, $70, drink all day, have great music and food to purchase?
And was it, I guess it was two years ago, 2023,
Right.
the two bands was the last time it was on Bader Field. The two bands were Dropkick Murphys
and
and 311.
311. Right.
When does that happen?
No,
At a beer fest, right?
that's but that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the magic elixir
Right.
that gets you to say, okay, I'm going to plunk my money down on this, right? Because we're seeing so many of these beer festivals. I'm not getting a lot of ticket sales. It's not moving. What do I do? And I think for me, if it like, and I'm talking Jersey. I'm not talking nationally. If I were Jersey, this is how I would do it. Every brewery that comes to my event has to bring a beer that is not currently in your tap room. You're going to release it at some point in your tap room, great, but you need to be at my event first.
From that day with Dropkick Murphys, or
yes,
311 or whatever there.
When it was.
Who is that handsome guy in the middle?
Yeah,
there's a guy in the middle. I only see guys on either end.
I think he shot. I think he shot JR.
I think he did.
I was.
But what I'm saying is,
lighter.
I think
I was very tan for some.
If you're a Jersey, well, it was June. I mean, and it was 40 degrees. But what?
It's really cold.
It was cold.
You can't look at the three of us and tell how
it was
cold
cold.
it fucking was.
Every brewery should bring a beer.
I promise you can't tell, but there's 6 nipples there that are very erect right there.
Oh my God.
And it's not just because we're near
exactly.
Over dollars. Jesus. Every New Jersey brewery should bring a beer that they haven't released yet, that they're going to release, but they release it first at the festival. That should be the hook.
Yeah.
Get people to go there.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because you're not going to get it any other way. Like, you're not going to get people to buy tickets. Look, John could put on 2 of the greatest bands of all time at his event in April, and I'm sure he's going to undersell tickets because people just don't want to make – look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do his thing the night before, and I'm going to buy a ticket for that because I think that's a cool event and rare beers and this and that, whatever. And I think – and for the first time at his festival, I'm going to do the VIP. I'm going to pay for VIP tickets and do the VIP experience because I've never done it before. But those are the things that,
and you'll never do it again,
right? I mean, it's the last event. I get it, and he had a great run for 20 years. And his other events do well. His tattoo event does very well. The one he does in the woods, Witchcraft
is fantastic.
Well years. Everybody raves about it. So I think there's a niche for beer festivals. I think it has to be tailored to the consumer. You know, like, why is Snallygaster so successful? Why do people want to flock to Washington, D.C. and sit out on the street in late September or early October drinking these amazing beers? Troon goes, Brewhose, all of these breweries that would never show up at an event.
That's the booth at Witchcraft for his.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
we were Coastal Boo Works at the Witchcraft event. There you go.
Al, to kind of answer your question, John knows full well I don't go to a lot of beer festivals.
In fact, that picture that was taken of the 3 of us, was the
last one.
That was the first one, and
no, it wasn't. Actually, it wasn't. It was the last and first Atlantic City one. It's not the last one.
It was the first and last Atlantic City Beer Fest that Dave ever went to.
I've been to one beer fest since, and that was Drownlands. And what gets me to a beer festival?
All right, so why did you go to Drownlands?
Because there were breweries there that have not been in any of the beer festivals that I've been
at. There you go.
Schilling.
And that's a big thing right there. Now, the one thing that was slightly disappointing about Drownlands is that of the breweries I was looking forward to, they didn't bring anything superbly special. So I've not been back since. And that's a key thing, as what you were just saying. Right. A lot of the best beer festivals, these are these prestigious beer festivals where the breweries have to be invited. Right. It's not that they're going out and begging the breweries to come. These are the invitation-only breweries. Yep. These are the Hunapoos. These are the not the beer bacon barbecue.
But I'll give you a perfect
Oh.
example. I'll give you a perfect example. Brewhouse did a festival this year in Japan where they invited a couple of other breweries to go with them. And who were they? The Test, Fidens, Brewhouse.
Oh.
I think Root and Branch was the other one.
Mm.
And I think the last one was North Park or somebody else. But it was 5 breweries. You go to Japan. You spend, I don't know how many days there or whatever. But the festival was 2 days. And it was two sessions on each of the 2 days. So each day was 2 sessions. And tickets were sold out. Like they were 25 or 30,000 yen or whatever. I don't know.
For 5 breweries?
5 breweries. That's it.
Jesus.
But think about that. Think if you're somebody like the Test who has to ship beer to Japan. How many kegs are you bringing? You need enough to last you for 2 days. So at minimum, 4 kegs.
At least 6.
But right, 6 or 8 or whatever it is. I think that's where, that's where festivals become important. Like Brewhouse is doing a festival next year. I forget when it is. I think it's like February or March or whatever. And they've already told you what breweries are going to be there. And it's like a creme de la creme of breweries. And tickets are like 3/4 sold out already. Like, that's the thing. Like Brewsology. It's a fun concept that they're doing at different museums across the country. Cool beans.
Yeah. But
give me stuff that I can't get anywhere else.
Right.
Exactly. And that's the two there's 2 major things there.
If I'm spending that kind of money, I want something that's rare or unique.
Well, this is where
breweries that you're not always exposed to,
right,
is one. And if they are breweries you're exposed to, I want a beer that's special for that brewery.
Well, right. Here's the thing. These are my points of that. Okay. So
specific to that event.
So first of all, just to get this out of the way, the reason GABF continues to succeed, and granted, it's the numbers are a bit small.
Well, because everyone's there.
The numbers are a bit smaller every year, but
not as much. Right.
But the fact of the matter is, every state, there's beer from everywhere. It's a huge. It's Atlantic.
You're going to taste something. You're going to go to a brewery. You never tasted before.
To put it in perspective for anybody that doesn't know this, the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival that's finishing its 2021 year run, even though they only did 20 festivals because of COVID, is the second biggest beer fest in the country.
Right.
It pales in comparison to the size of GABF, and it's the second biggest. Right. Okay, so that gives you the size of the mindset of the enormity of GABF. But everybody's there, so anybody from all over the country can come, and you're going to have beers that you've never had before. And it doesn't matter if they're random beers that you can get anywhere where those breweries are. You haven't had them because they're coming from everywhere.
But the drop off. The drop off for the AC Beer Music Fest coincided with COVID because in 2019 you had Stone, Founders, Firestone Walker, these huge present beers that were there with big kiosks, people 20 deep wanting to try CBS, this and that, whatever. I remember at the convention center walking up to the founder's tent. Oh, Al, come in the back, charge your phone. We'll bring you CBS and KBS and this and that. You don't have to get up. They bring us samples. We'd go over to Firestone Walker. Whatever you want. We got Parabola. We're doing a thing the next day with a Firestone Walker tap tape cover. Stone had a huge presence with a throne chair and 15 beers from Stone. All of that stuff. The following year, when they finally held in 21, they did the beer fest at Bader Field. The only one that was a big beer that held a significant presence there was Founders. And they had a small tent set up. And I remember, I'm blanking on her name. That was the the major rep for Founders at that
Natalie.
time. Natalie, and she's now doing cannabis or whatever.
She's doing THC drinks. Yeah.
THC drink.
She moved
Natalie.
Really?
Yeah.
Weyerbacher Natalie.
Weyerbacher
is
Natalie.
THC.
Yeah. So she was like, "Oh yeah, we're doing watermelon this."
That upsets me right there.
And actually, that was the first year that Eskerhart was there, and the only year they were there. I remember that because they had like a couple of beers. They hadn't really opened yet, and they had a couple. Of
that was 2020. That was
2021.
No. Eskerhart. No, they were there. I think that's when they were contract brewing. When Bob was contract brewing with because he was there again in 2023.
Right, but 21 they had a small presence there. I remember.
They did,
I remember where they were.
Yeah.
So, since then, most of those big breweries have pulled out of.
They have
AC Beer and Music Fest.
It's all small breweries.
There's no presence.
There's
right, exactly. I mean, when Yale Terrace
is fine, but exactly.
Oh God!
But this leads me to my other point. The best beer fest, and I'm not even going to include GABF because by far GABF was amazing when I've been out there. But aside from that aside, the best beer fest that I've ever gone to on a regular basis doesn't exist anymore. Hasn't existed for close to 10 years now, and that was the Microbrew Invitational, which is what the American Craft Beer Fest in Boston turned into. And it was the Microbrew Invitational. It was basically an EBF, an Extreme Beer Fest, but it wasn't EBF, right? But it was run by a joint effort between Beer Advocate, Harpoon, and Sam Adams and Jim Cook. And that they made this, and it lasted 3 years, and everybody was invited. It wasn't like, okay, whoever wants to come, let us know you're coming, and blah 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 blah. It was an invitation only. So they curated all the breweries that they wanted, and it was in Boston. It was in the Seaport, and it wasn't just Massachusetts breweries or New England breweries. It was everywhere. They had small, amazing friggin' breweries from Idaho, and Oregon, and whatever, and the beers that they were bringing. Some of them may have been beers that they had, there were core beers for them or whatever. But a lot of them were just one-offs that they did or small batch stuff that they were doing on a regular basis or semi-regular basis. But some of them had stuff that they did just for the festival. And they were amazing breweries, amazing beers, amazing people, and it was an amazing time. It was half the size of what the American Craft Beer Fest used to be. And by the way, just for comparison, the American Craft Beer Fest in Boston, prior to the Microbrew Invitational, was the second biggest beer fest in the country behind GBF. When they ended that's when the AC Beer Fest came into second place because they were in third. But yeah, that was the best beer fest. And to Al's point, the breweries curate the beer. I absolutely am on board with what Al's saying, and this is getting us back to where this conversation started, what we want to see for 2026. Right. Have smaller beer fests, but not tiny, not like okay, we're gonna get 20 local breweries and
no. But here's the other thing.
And they're fine, don't mind you, for fundraisers and stuff like that. But
so last year, the New York City Brewers Guild does their event every year. It's the start of New York City Beer Week.
Right.
It was the first year in probably 10 that I've been going to that they made it all New York City beers. They didn't invite guests. It was just New York City breweries, and they capped the ticket sales at like 300 or 400, and it worked. It was a tight room. It was fun. It was all New York City beers, and it was a blast. Like we had a good time, and like I discovered stuff that I hadn't oh God, new lager place that just opened, and I can't remember. They're in Brooklyn.
Eckhart,
yeah, phenomenal. Like just every single thing that they did, unbelievable. Like it was a lot of fun. Whereas the years before, they would have guest breweries there, and it was cool because I'd get to experience breweries that I've never had before. A couple of breweries in Chicago that I hadn't had, some stuff in California, and that was a lot of fun. that's the thing that we need to get back to. Rare events, cap ticketing. Don't open it up to 1,000.
Picking's huge.
Don't open it up to 1,000 people. Make it 300, and make it something that, oh shit, I missed it. I didn't get in. Next year I'm going to get in. Like, that's the kind of thing you need to do, because the drinker is shrinking in terms of.
No, we're not.
No. I mean, the beer drinker. Who's going to these?
Oh, the amount.
Yes. So
not individually.
Right. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see more exclusive stuff where.
That's the term right there, exclusive. Right. Because the breweries, you get the events. You said it earlier. Just to bring back what you said earlier. The breweries bring something that is exclusive to this event.
That's it. And release it.
Something that I can't.
And if you want to tease it to people and say, I'm going to put it out, it's February and I'm going to put it out in March. But if you want to taste it now, you need to come to this event. And the people that really, oh my God, I got to have it, they'll be there.
But I think there's two types of events that work in this vein. One, like you said, the ones that are the local events, but the breweries are bringing stuff that's exclusive to this event. And then there's those that are the brewery invite only, that are more national, probably not global, more national, where they're bringing in breweries from all over the place that we normally can't get here, that we normally don't get to be able to taste. I love those events. Right. I think those are the two events. But the key to it is don't oversell.
Yeah.
If you oversell, no one's coming next year.
Nope. 100%.
Nope. Because if I've got to wait in line, like the first New York Beer Festival, it was held on Governor's Island. I was there for that. There was two major problems with that. One, they oversold the fucking thing to the point where everybody would get on one line, get their sample, and immediately get on another line because they knew there's no way that sample's making it through that fucking line. And the second thing is everybody all the breweries, but with about an hour left to go in the festival, I was walking up to breweries. Goes, do you have something that's not an IPA?
Right.
Because everybody brought IPAs. There was just nothing special at that event. It was just
not to mention the logistics. Everybody had to take a ferry there.
I didn't mind that. I thought that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
It is cool, but
it would have been cool had they not oversold it, one, and two, if they had controlled what the breweries were bringing, and there was something, and there was actually special beer from the breweries, but there wasn't. So we brought. So any brewery that's listening here, or any event organizer who's listening here, we just gave you all the keys on how to run a successful beer festival. And you've got three guys here who have been on both sides of the table.
But there are some like
attendees and tours.
All right, but I'll give you specific, like, all right, so my buddy from Killsborough on Staten Island runs an event every year at Snug Harbor. It's called Pizza Party.
Sure.
And he gets pizzerias from Staten Island and Brooklyn. They come.
This is a great segue, by the way. So
into the top three.
Thank you for that.
All right. And so they bring pizza, and he gets all these breweries to bring beer. And this year was the first year he had 30 breweries at this event. When he started 5 years ago, there were 10 breweries, 12 breweries, whatever it was. And all you do for 4 hours is drink beer and eat pizza. And a lot of the breweries bring lighter stuff, Pilsner, lager type stuff, because you're going to be eating pizza. It's hot. It's in the middle of the summer. You don't want to bang back a 8% IPA.
No.
You want to hit up a 4 or 5%, Pilsner.
Not a 16%.
No. Sells out every year. The pizza does great. People are happy. It's a fun event. Those are the type of events that need to be done to get people to go. I mean, 30 breweries. In fact, most of them were New Jersey, New York, with the exception of one that was from Wisconsin that my buddy from Brew
Did they bring
York.
cheese?
No, but like the brewer at Killsborough knew the guy in Wisconsin or whatever, or Idaho, whatever the state was. And my buddy from Brew York, who writes this blog, great blog from Brew York, he traveled to the brewery like 3 weeks later. He was like, why are these guys here? Why are they at this event? He had never been to the pizza event, and he went and we met up and we talked and we hung out and whatever. And he's like, why are these guys here? And everybody else is from New York and New Jersey. And it was a story for him. And he flew out to the brewery to experience it.
That's
It was just
cool.
one event. Matt Patensky and I experienced a beer that was at this event that we had not had anywhere, that is in one of my top 3 beers that blew me away and blew him away too, from this Japanese couple, Salt Fields Brewing, a Nogadoshi rice lager brewed with German Pilsner malt, flaked rice, and a touch of white koji that had this funk to it. That when the two of us sipped it, we were like, what is this funk? What's going on here? Why am I enjoying this? And we went back 3-4 times to drink this beer that is barely 5%. Like, that's the stuff that I want to see at an event.
100%. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think if you do it right, you'll get people to go. Even if they don't want to drink that rice lager. Even if they're like, no, I'm a hazy, whatever. Okay, fine. We'll find something for you. Somebody will have something there that'll bring them. But
be right back.
It's that unique stuff. Oh. It's 3.
That's 3.
3.
It's 3. He's going third time.
Wow. Small bladder.
Well, he's older than the two of us. So.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
still. Got to toughen up on this show.
He does.
I'm just saying.
You gotta work it. You gotta figure it out.
I mean, I have people texting me about French teachers from high school. Is this one still alive? I'm like, I didn't take French in high school. I took Spanish. I took Spanish. I didn't even take it.
But you would know, right? Because you're out. You would know.
I know, but no, I didn't know the French teachers. Didn't give a shit. Not my language.
There you go.
I knew the Spanish teachers. I knew the Italian teachers, but whatever. Didn't matter.
There you go.
Yeah.
You had Italian in high school?
No, I took Spanish in high school.
No, I'm saying you had Italian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had Italian, Spanish, French, I think German. I'm not sure.
Really?
I'm not sure.
We had Spanish and French. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we had. That's it. I learned. I mean, I knew some Italian words and German words from my families because I'm half Italian, half German. So there you go.
Right.
But I knew, French.
I knew a lot of Italian, so I was like, all right, we'll do Spanish because
I got gabagool and I'm good. There you go.
How you feeling?
I know more Italian than that. So there.
All right. How you feeling, Dave?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
No, I'm feeling fine.
All
I
right.
just had to pee. I just had to pee again.
Okay. I mean,
still,
you are.
I know. There's worries from last year.
Well,
But I did open. No. I'm fine.
On that note, you did open number 4, right?
I did.
All right. So
And
there
this is the one that if anything sends me to hovering the toilet, it's 16%.
he didn't even finish the word toilet, so that's Drink that slow. I'm just saying. I'm halfway.
We don't want to see you do that and then fall over later. Tweak.
But I put it in one of my. So I put it in this.
Oh, you put it in there. You put it in R2. You put it in R2D2. So R2D2 is tweaking.
R2D2
or twerking.
Or twerking. Right?
I got a feeling that 3PO would be the one that would twerk.
I got a text one night. My father was at a restaurant talking to my uncle.
And he put it as twerking.
Talking to my uncle. Right. Now my father and my uncle are in their mid 80s. Okay. And I get twerking with Uncle Richie. Like, I know autocorrect sucks, but I can never get this image out of my mind now.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the uncle that was the mayor of Sea Caucus too. So there you go. It comes around. It's like a circle. So.
And Dutch.
And Dutch. There you go.
Your uncle's not Dutch.
No, my uncle's not Dutch. No. Anyway, but to Al's point with the pizza party, it was a nice segue into our top 3 list for this evening.
And you drag things back to make that segue.
Yeah, it works. It's fine.
A little bit.
Oh, by the way, I did put up your tweak. I did open probably about 15 minutes ago now my next one.
Oh yeah,
and this is the beer.
I didn't get to see your face.
When you saw my face.
I didn't actually.
I actually needed a tissue afterwards, and I'll let you use your imagination as to why.
It was a tear rolling out of.
It was a tear rolling out of my eye, right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So Mockmaster. This is the beer that Dave brought back from Belgium for me. It is a barrel-aged imperial stout aged in Heaven Hill barrels.
You put it as barrel-aged barley wine.
Oh my God! Why did I put that? I don't know why. I'll adjust.
He did this before he started drinking.
No, I did. I don't know why that's on there. Hold on.
I don't know.
I need to fix that. Hold on.
Paging, John Flutter. Paging.
So, when Kerry and
I... All right, there we go. That's better. Yeah.
But
it's an imperial stout, and this is a beer made in Belgium. Okay, it's an imperial stout aged in Heaven Hill barrels.
Yes,
with maple and vanilla. It is amazing.
So when Kerry and I went to Belgium this year,
and that's it, by the way, right there. Look at that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a beautiful beer. Our first night in Brussels, we went to a bar called Newt Niganuf. I've obviously not drank enough because I can actually.
Newt Niganuf?
It's Nutnigenouch.
Newt
Niganuf. It is in a section of Brussels that there's pride flags everywhere, and we loved it there. It was fantastic. We went and
Dave finally came out
of my shell. And decided to do a podcast. No, that was years ago.
That was years ago. That was years ago.
But we were sitting.
Turtles in a Half Show. Where's Brian Kulbacki?
Hey, where's Brian?
But we're sitting next to these two guys, and it was interesting because it was one of those things where I don't know if you've ever encountered this, where you're at either a beer bar or a brewery, where you're drinking something, the people next to you are drinking something, and you look at their beer, they look at your beer, you look at them, you look at them, and it's just a matter of time before someone says something to the other person, because you know that both parties want to talk beer. So we finally started talking to them, and these two guys were history professors up in northern Belgium.
There's Brian Kulbacki. It wouldn't be a show if I didn't put a picture, a selfie up there. Yeah.
This is the first, this is your fourth selfie, but okay. But
good man.
They told me about this brewery, and they had a beer of it. A glass of it.
A beer of it?
They had a beer of it. They had a glass of it. And they like, here, take a taste. They're handing me the glass, but I had just gotten over something. I was pretty damn sick before we went. I was fine once we got there, but I didn't want to risk.
He was pregnant. It was morning sickness. It was a whole thing.
That's what it was.
Right.
The baby's due any day now.
It's about time.
My belly's an indication of about 7 months.
75 months, maybe.
Maybe. But finally, I'd finished my one beer. The guy grabs my glass and pours some of his in there, and it was from this brewery. And it was one of the other, because most of their stouts have the word master in it.
Right.
And I tasted this and went, this is from Belgium? That's a Belgian brewery.
Yeah, this is this is fucking fantastic. And I love Belgian beers, but this is amazing for a brewery in Belgium to do this beer. It's
an American style.
Kudos.
You wouldn't know it was brewed in Belgium.
This is an amazing beer for somebody that brewed these stouts in America to do that. And they did it in Belgium with Heaven Hill barrels. So they got them and brought them over, and it's amazing.
So Kerry and I we had gone someplace else, and we came into a town called I can't remember the name of the town now, but we went to a bar that these two history professors.
Brian Bogue just said 5-year gestation. There you go.
At least. But there was a bar there they said you need to go to, so we went there because the thing is, when you travel, have a plan. But part of that plan should be to ignore your plan.
Right.
Once you talk to locals,
Right.
throw away anything you need to throw away
Your
to
plan,
do what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
And so we went to this one town. It's just it's just east of Brussels, which I remember the name of it. But we went to this one bar.
Bristles.
Brussels. Sorry, Al.
It's just.
I just got Al excited.
Wait, it's just. Wait, did you say it's just west of Brussels?
I said east of Brussels.
Oh, so it's East Brussels.
East Brussels.
East Brussels.
But there was this one bar we went, and we started talking to the beer tender there, and you, both you guys and a lot of people listen to the show know this experience that when you start talking to somebody at a place, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like I'm in Brussels, and like, oh, this is a goddamn American. But when you start talking beer, and the second that they understand, beer,
it's a language.
Everything changes.
Right.
Everything changes.
Right.
So this guy, he's giving me samples of this. He's giving me samples of this. He's talking about this and this. But I'm like, do you have anything by this brewery? And this is what the two professors history professors had told me about. And they're like, well, we've got this one. I'm like, but it's only in bottles. I'm like, I want. So I didn't drink it there. I brought it back and I drank it that night at the hotel. And I got two of them because I knew with maple in it, John's going to want to try this. And when I tasted this later that night, it was like, oh my God, I should have brought 15 of these. Yeah. So,
Here, Al, smell this.
Mm.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Isn't it great?
and the thing is, it's not an entire maple bomb. The maple is so incorporated into that beer.
Well incorporated in with the vanilla. It blends very nicely. And the bourbon notes, the notes from the barrel, it's really, really well done.
So the way to explain this, Al, is take an American Imperial Stout, adjunct it with maple, and age it in bourbon barrels.
Okay.
But temper that with Belgian know-how and temperance. Not that over the top that we do in America.
I have a 1 kilo bag of temperance, but I don't.
But you know what I'm talking about. The Belgians know how to control. They know how to reel things in and balance shit. As Americans, we don't balance.
No.
There's no such thing as balance.
Throw it in.
Everything's over the top.
Oh, I have to tell you, this last beer I'm drinking is
Parabola?
No.
Parabola
was the second beer.
Oh, that's right. You moved to what your brother got you.
Ralphius.
The Ralphius.
Yeah.
This is really good. I mean, in a very
Free Will makes great beer. By the way, Brian
They
Boak
do.
did say love Free Will.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he also said his next beer was Blunderbore that he bottled over the weekend.
Oh, nice.
I mean, this is an incredibly boozy beer. More
Boozy beer.
No, but I mean,
you want to talk boozy?
Yeah.
No.
Holy hell.
Like, my brother-in-law hasn't had a drink in like over a year, and the way the guy sold him on this beer to buy it for me, he was tempted to like buy a bottle for himself to drink it. Like, that's how good the guy was selling him on the beer. And I have to say, it's like, I was gonna like, all right, I'll drink half of it and then, whatever. I want to drink the whole thing now.
Yeah.
Chug.
No. I mean, like,
No. When you got a beer that good, you don't chug.
the Parabola I would chug because it's so good and it's so perfect. They're so dialed in.
You can't stop drinking, right?
Right. Like, Firestone Walker is so dialed in on their barrel aged stuff and what they do that when you get an opportunity to get an anniversary ale from these guys,
Grab
or a Parabola, like, I have anniversary ales 21 through I think 24 or 25. Like I don't have the whole, but like I have a good assortment of stuff from them. This is the type of stuff that you savor
Right.
when you drink it, because it's definitely not stuff. I don't care that it comes in a 12-ounce bottle and you want to share it with 3 people, and that's fine. But that's a beer you don't chug and drink.
No, you savor it. Yeah.
You savor it. You enjoy it. You enjoy every moment that you're sipping it. This beer is the exact same thing. Like, this is a beer that makes me sit and want to listen to some really
Cat
soulful
Stevens?
blues. No,
Nice.
some really soulful blues.
Oh, soulful blues, nice.
And kind of, well, there's a guy I'm into right now, and I'm guessing it's AI, but I don't care because it's so amazing. It's Whiskey Blues Man is the name of the band group. I don't know what you even want to call it.
Entity,
Right. And every single track is drinking whiskey and thinking about what's going on. It's soulful, it's deep. It makes me want to just sit and savor this for a couple of hours. Like that's the kind of feeling that I get from it.
That's awesome.
You okay, John?
Yeah, no, fine.
But that's, to me, that's where beer becomes personal.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is. Beer can be big time be personal.
Right? Like it's the same thing as like my buddy was closing up his he built a bar in his backyard this year.
Right.
And in late November he was like, I'm going to close it up, but I want guys to come over and we're going to drink old fashions and smoke a cigar. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. Just tell me what time to be over. I brought a couple of cigars. I brought a bottle of what did I bring? A big bottle of Bullet. And
big bottle of Bullet.
Big bottle. I love the alliteration.
We blew through the bottle of Bullet in about 2.5 hours between 4 of us drinking old fashions. And it was one of those things where you just kind of like, all right, here's a great whiskey. I'm drinking a great cigar. I'm smoking a great cigar. And I'm just enjoying the whole, whatever. It just, I don't know. I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
No. It's personal, and you're 100% spot on. It's totally personal. By the way, on that note, too, I have 2 bottles each. I've been collecting since 2017. I have 2 bottles each of Firestone Walker anniversary from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, now 25. So I'm waiting. Next year, 26, it'll be 10 years. I'm going to take one of each and have a vertical somehow. I haven't decided whether I want to do it with one or two people and
it's going to be around your fire pit and some cigars,
or if we just because it's going to be too much to do, and I don't want to just have like half an ounce of each, right? I don't mind not having the whole 12 ounces. I want to share it, right? But to drink, maybe it's 4, maybe it's 3 people, maybe it's the 3 of us or 4 of us with Matt, and there's 3 ounces each or whatever, right? Or whoever. I'm just making a point.
Just make sure he towels
just being hypothetical. But my point is to have 3 ounces but have 30 ounces of Firestone Walker anniversaries in one sitting is a bit much, right? So maybe a few different iterations, and then I still have another bottle which I can bring to 15 years or more, whatever. So.
This tweak is drinking every ounce of that 16%. Holy hell. This thing's hot. Before
and by the way, I still have 2 bottles of 3 bottles of Utopias sitting in my fridge.
3 bottles of Utopias. There you
go. We'll be over in about 3 hours.
There you go.
I have the new one that's at 30%.
Yeah.
Oof. So I know that we have destroyed your segue into the top 3.
That's fine. That's fine.
But before we get to it, I do want to mention that previously
Previously on Matlock.
I want to hear Al say that because he's got that dulcet tone.
Previously on Barnaby Coast.
There we go. That's right.
In the city, you must fight to survive.
That's right.
But previous years, our top 3 has been top 3 best beers we've had this year.
Absolutely. No,
And we moved away
This-
for a couple of reasons. One, because we keep doing it. We want to do something a little new. We had a few things set aside.
Last year, we actually did top 3 beers we had in the calendar year and top 3 breweries we visited. We did 2 lists last year.
There's that, but there's the couple of reasons was because we keep doing it. But also my travels this year would have made me a cheater.
Yeah, everything would have just been from Belgium or Holland or wherever else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Austin at that point, right?
And there was Austin too. So I had some really good beer adventures this year. But the one thing I did want to bring up, and John had talked about this earlier, we did agree this had to come up, was one of the best beers I had this past year.
Was this one right here?
Yeah. Well, there's that. There's that. That may have been made the list. But judge me if you will, it was Heineken.
Oh, but at Heineken.
In Amsterdam.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, that's...
Holy hell.
Man.
So anybody... There's this whole thing that the imports we get into the U.S., and this is one thing I've learned through my travels, the imports we get into the U.S., they're not what they are where they're brewed.
No.
Right.
And there has been no greater disparity for me. Yes, Guinness is a whole different animal in Ireland.
Drink a Heineken in St. Martin, drink a Heineken in Germany, drink a Heineken in the United States. Totally different.
Exactly. But then when you drink it in Amsterdam, Heineken, judge me, go ahead. I welcome it. It is a world-class beer.
Yeah.
It is one of the greatest beers on the planet.
I wouldn't even dispute that.
It is absolutely fantastic. It didn't matter where we went into Amsterdam after I had it the first time. I didn't want anything else. I wanted to drink as much Heineken as I could put in my body that my body could accept and survive.
By the way, that's going to be, I'm going to cut that clip, and that's going to be Dave's new tagline. I want as much Heineken as I can put in my body.
I'm serious.
You keep talking. I'm going to take a bathroom break.
You do your bathroom.
Yeah. But my first sip of Heineken in Amsterdam was revelatory. It was an epiphany. It was a coming to God moment. It was like, holy hell, I now know why Heineken is distributed to almost every country on this planet. Because this is a fantastic beer. It's a shame that by the time it gets to our country, it's ass.
It's a different beer. It's a different beer. I'm convinced it's a different beer because there's no way, and I've never had it. I've never had the pleasure of having Heineken in Amsterdam.
You need to go. You need to go.
I got to go. But my point is, there's no way, because here's the thing, right? And I've said this a million times before. If Heineken is skunked, right? Everybody says it's a skunky beer because of the green glass. It gets skunked, light struck, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. You have a Heineken draft in the
US.
US.
Skunked. No.
Huh?
It's not skunked. It can't be skunked if it's in a fucking keg.
But it's closer to be. It's not the same level of skunked as it is when you have it in a green bottle. But it's not. I'll tell you this. I don't know what Dave's palate tasted in Amsterdam, right? I know Dave's palate because
ours are very similar.
Because they're very similar, okay? But I don't know what he tasted in Amsterdam because I didn't taste it, right? But I've had Heineken on draft, and it is much closer to the skunky beer in the green glass bottle than what I think Dave would be oozing over right now.
Yeah.
So that is why I'm convinced it is a different beer that gets sent here than is brewed and put out in Holland.
I don't disagree with you at all. But I urge anyone listening, anybody in the United States that is listening who has had Heineken and just spewed it out of their mouth with contempt, go to Amsterdam. Drink it there. Drink it in the Netherlands. It is a completely different animal. It is, I just said it. It is a world-class beer. And now the funny thing is, when I went to Prague, one of the first beers I got in Prague was Pilsner Urquell. And I love Pilsner Urquell. Pilsner Urquell and John, myself, and Al all remember back in the day, before the curtain fell, what Pilsner Urquell was. It was a very, very special beer. The curtain fell. Pilsner Urquell's like, okay, we can now upgrade all of our equipment. They went to stainless steel tanks. They ripped the heart and soul out of that beer.
Oh yeah, it was the changing to the stainless steel tanks that did them in.
Absolutely. So I figured, okay, I'm in Prague. I'm going to have a Pilsner Urquell. It's going to be closer to what it was. It's going to be closer to what I remember it to be. It was not. It was the Pilsner Urquell that we get here. Yeah. I was so disappointed. So when I was in Munich, and not the first time I was in Munich, the second time I was in Munich, I was very tempted to get a Lowenbrau.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, and I regret that now. And I didn't get it because of my experience with Pilsner Urquell.
Mm. On that note, that is one of my all-time, and I know we're not doing this list tonight, and we've done it before, but that is one of my all-time classic beer commercial jingles is the Lowenbrau commercial.
Yes.
Here's to good friends. Night is kind of special. The beer will pour. Must say something more somehow. So tonight, let it be Lowenbrau.
Yes, that's one of the classics. So I'll admit, when we were in Amsterdam, we went to that, and it was that tavern where they had incorporated New York City as New Amsterdam. Yep, that's where we were, and I ordered another beer.
You wore the bar.
I wore the bar. All the way. That's where we were, and I had ordered something else. Carrie ordered
a Lowenbrau. Oh,
Heineken. Different country. She ordered the Heineken, and she took a sip of it. And she goes, "This is not how I remember this." So, like, I took a sip and went, "I ordered wrong. Oh my god, I ordered wrong." And so I finished what I had ordered, and I ordered a Heineken. And except for one brewery that went to, Brewery TLRG, every beer I ordered from there on in
was a Heineken.
Was a Heineken, and
I get it. I'm not honestly, Dave. I'm not a fan of Heineken.
No, neither am I. I will never.
What would you be if you didn't have it?
No. Even as a kid, like if I had a choice between beers, I'd opt for an Amstel Light before I drank a Heineken. And I was on a vacation in 90 or 91. We were on a cruise. And we visited St. Thomas and St. Martin, and we got onto the island of St. Martin, and we paid a cab driver like $150 to take us.
This is St. Martin with 2 A's.
Yes, and we paid him like $150 to take us to like a really cool spot on the island, and it was a nude beach. And yes, I went nude. I was 21. I was actually in shape, so I didn't give a shit. I was just like, whatever. I'm
in shape right now. I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
No, back then I was actually in shape.
And it's a nude beach, and Al has always been a fan of boobs.
Oh yeah, but whatever.
There were boobs, right? There was.
Oh yeah, no, there was. But
then if we all go, you and I mean, remember?
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Al's not looking at our boobs.
No.
There was a grill on the beach, and the woman was making hamburgers, and they were serving dollar Heinekens, and the burgers were like 50 cents. It was ridiculous. We rented jet skis. We drove around. We came back. So it was dollar Heinekens and these burgers that were like $2.
Right.
And I must have drank 12 Heinekens that day. They were fantastic. Like, you kidding me? She's like, well, we have like Stella Artois, but that's like $9. And we have Heinekens that are $1.
I'm good
like,
for the dollar Heineken.
I'm
Yeah.
good for the dollar Heineken. Out of your fucking mind? And we were sucking them down like champions. And this woman was hand making burgers for us on this nude beach. It was tremendous. But that's the thing. Like, it's where you get it.
Yeah.
If you get it in America, it's a terrible beer. Like, I remember
It's an awful beer.
awful. Like, trying to drink it. I was like, oh, what is this? It's not, it's just the green bottle, the whole thing. It was all screwed up. But you drink it where it was made or has some, sort of connection.
So
yeah.
So you're because
Well, I mean, Saint Martin is half Dutch, half French, so it's half Holland.
So there's Saint Martin
there you go.
and there's Saint Martin,
Right.
right? And so as good as that
We were on the
Heineken
Dutch
was,
side.
we're on the Dutch side.
Right.
So as good as the Heineken was the Saint Martin, imagine drinking it within 5 miles of where it's actually brewed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is, and I will fight anybody who will tell me.
And this
otherwise.
was I'll be honest, this was a cruise where everybody was drinking Coors Light, like
one of those.
Yeah.
and it was fucking terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Heineken sponsored portion of the show.
Exactly.
And rightfully so. I will, because I will fight anybody who will tell me that Heineken 100% everywhere on the planet sucks.
Beer. Yeah.
Right.
No.
It doesn't. It's I was shocked. It was an epiphany. It rocked my world.
Yep.
It challenged everything that I knew or thought I understood about beer.
That's cool. See, that's the kind of thing that I like. That a classic beer can rock your world all these years later, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I don't want to say, well, maybe not. Maybe it's not the same thing as a Budweiser, right? Like,
no, it's gonna suck everywhere. Yeah.
No, but like none of us would drink a Budweiser voluntarily now.
You need a gun. You need a gun to my head. Yeah.
But if
even
we were
even then,
no,
just kill me.
if we were to be served it out of the brewery in St. Louis or where they make it, you would drink it,
right?
Because it's
You're
right
there.
there. Right.
Like the Pilsner Quell I was talking about.
Well, no, but it was funny. I was remarking to my son a couple of days ago how in the old Giant Stadium, when the Giants played, somebody made a remark about how, the Jets upgraded the food for the last game of the season for the press box. And I'm like, that's bullshit because they used to do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Woody would spend a little bit more money on the food in the press box so you have an omelet station. The Giants always had an omelet station. The Giants always had ice cream. The Giants always have extra stuff than the Jets would. Like, that's just the way it was.
Because it was Giant Stadium.
Right. When it was Giant Stadium or it became MetLife. Like, the Giants had a certain thing. You had an omelet bar, or you could just get, if you didn't want to wait for an omelet, you get scrambled eggs, bacon, potatoes, sausage, or whatever, and go back. You see, if it was a 1 o'clock game, if it was a 4 o'clock game, you'd get lunch, dinner kind of thing. Whatever.
Night game, you get dinner. Yeah, when I was there with Sports Illustrated, we had amazing food. Amazing food.
But the Giants in the old Giant Stadium, Wellington Mara would always have a case of Bud and Bud Light for the press after the game. So you'd go to the locker room, you'd get your quotes, you'd come back up to the press box, and there would be a case of Bud and Bud Light sitting there, and you would drink in the cafeteria area, and sometimes Wellington would come up and tell stories about the Giants. It was a really cool experience. It was just something different. He wanted to talk with the press. He wanted to kind of just BS with them and be one of the guys, having grown up, having been born and raised sort of into this team. And nobody sat there and like, oh, it's Bud and Bud Light. If it was now and they had that, I would drink it because you're hanging out with an owner of a team. John is a little bit more aloof. Wellington was more wanted to connect with the press, but it's the same sort of principle. It's you're drinking a Heineken in the place where it was made. It's different from everywhere else.
100%. 100%.
Always.
Absolutely.
All right. Brian Boak just said on that note, he said, but which of us would go to the Bud Brewery? He said, so there you go.
Well,
Not anymore in Newark.
No, and I got a point on that one. No, stop.
I would go there to watch it demolished.
Stop. We'll talk about that in a minute. I got one point to make before we wrap up the show. But let's get to the top three. So Al did make a segue about an hour ago.
That's a lengthy ass segue.
A lengthy ass segue. It was he said talking about the pizza party, Killsborough Pizza Party in Staten Island every July, right? It's July.
Oh God,
every July.
Every year. Oh, it's fantastic.
July.
Okay, so
I could go for some pizza right now.
So we every year.
It's fun.
How could you go for a pizza right now?
Of course.
This is the sixth. When can you not, right? But this is the sixth annual.
Pineapple or not?
Yes, pineapple. I'm a fan of pineapple and ham on pizza.
This
Everyone's
is
like, it's sacrilegious. You're Italian. What are you, nuts? If you've never had pineapple and ham on a pizza, go for it. It's awesome.
Actually, pineapple and bacon.
Oh,
actually,
that's my favorite.
What about my pizza at 381?
You can put any topping on
the Jersey Sunset.
What was that one?
Pepperoni, sun-dried tomatoes, and pineapple.
See, my favorite
bougie, but it'll work.
My favorite pineapple pizza
because you put the sun-dried tomatoes on the pizza before you put it in, it actually softens them up a little bit, and it's nice. It's really
my favorite pineapple pizza was pineapple, bacon, jalapeno.
Pretty good. All right. So on that note, all right, we usually do
we do C flat.
We usually do C flat.
That's not an actual note.
we usually C flat. C flat is B, my friend.
Yeah. No, it's not.
C flat is B.
That is B, yeah. C flat.
And B sharp is C.
I don't see where you're going here.
Well, no, I'm just you mentioned it. I brought it up.
Let's go to E flat.
You missed a pun.
I know. Anyway, so we normally do, as Dave said before, our top three favorite beers that we had.
So before we get to the top three, is there any beer special for you that stood out this year?
Well, no, we're going to get to that. Let's
do that after the top three. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So, but
I did mine already.
Our top three list tonight. Okay. Yes, he did do that tonight. Our top three list tonight. This is something that Dave and I talked about a while ago, but we decided months ago. We're
only doing this with Tula.
We're only doing this with Al. This is this.
Even though he was born in Staten Island,
doesn't matter. We decided that we're going to do this list with Al.
He's a Jersey guy now.
Do this list with Al. So and we talked earlier today, and we're like, you know what? Let's do that list tonight. So, in honor of that list, and we wanted to do this. We wanted to do this list. Al's on the show tonight. We wanted to change it up just a bit. Matt's not on the show, so we're not going to do that. Al, our top three list tonight is top three favorite New Jersey pizzerias.
All right.
Top three favorite New Jersey pizzerias. And this goes back to what Al said about Killsborough and also about the fact that I said Chinese food or pizza on New Year's Eve. So,
all right. So, I'm going to do this.
Whoa. Before you start, we've got someone who just commented who I've never seen comment on the show before.
All right.
Good.
Jessica Barbera says, "Hi, Al."
Hi, Jess.
And Jess has commented on the show before. By the way, she was actually on the show 2 weeks ago.
She was on the show, but I've never actually seen her actually comment on the show.
Yeah. Hi, Jess. All right. So my top three, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1.
You're allowed honorable mentions if you'd like.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it as these three. My number 3 is Tallulah's in Asbury Park. The Detroit style pizza is unbelievable, and they used to do the menu at alternate ending, but they
that stopped.
Stopped. Yeah.
that stopped about a month
Oh,
and a
that
half.
sucks.
And from what I've heard, not that great now at alternate ending. So that's why I'm sticking with Tallulah's and Asbury. Their Detroit style pizza is unbelievable. That's the way to go.
So that's just basically Elio's with slices of
Ilios.
of craft.
Not even close. It's fine.
No,
I'm kidding.
It's
I'm
really good. Number 2 is Ava's in Kenilworth. Really good thin crust pizza, and an awesome tap beer list. But Ava's is also doing the pizza menu at Killsborough.
Oh, cool.
So there's sort of a tie in there. Killsborough has has an oven.
Ava's you're talking about.
Yes, but Ava's is doing the Killsborough pizza.
Okay. Ava's
is great in Kenilworth if you want to go there.
Yeah, no.
Go to Staten Island and you hit Killsborough. Ava's is doing the menu over at Killsborough. They brought in an oven from Italy with 3 Italian guys to show them how to use it. The pie is literally like 6 minutes.
And where is Ava's again?
Kenilworth.
Ava's in Kenilworth. Killsborough is on Staten Island, on the North Shore of Staten Island. It's basically the same company.
Kenilworth, where Two Ton is.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Great pizza, but the
not too far away from Two Ton either.
No, 5 minutes
on the main drag right there.
Yeah, literally 5 minutes. And
I think I got a chicken parm from there.
Yeah, the beer list at Ava's is unbelievable. And then my number
because Matt from Two Ton told me to go there and to get a chicken parm.
Yeah, my number 1 is Nancy's Townhouse Pizza in Rahway, New Jersey. 3 doors down from Wet Ticket. If you like thin cracker crust pizza, Nancy's is the place to go. Okay. They've been there for 50, 60, 70 years, whatever it is. Phenomenal pies. You know, they do pepperoni. They do all these different get it with sausage. It is off.
Sausage pizza is one of my favorite pizzas.
Like, honest to God, whenever my friends and I go to a concert at Prudential, we don't drive. We take the train because this way we can get.
Why not? Right.
Get as drunk as you want. Get on the train. Doesn't matter. We go and pregame at Wet Ticket. We drink. We get pizzas from Nancy's. We eat. We get on the train. It's 5 stops. Boom, you're in Newark. You walk up the street. You're good to go.
Right.
Like, that's the spot. Nancy's is phenomenal. If you like cracker crust, very thin crust pizza, that's the place to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So
but there's your top 3. By the way, Jessica said she only comments to say hi to Al.
I think someone has a crush.
Hey.
God bless you. God bless you, Jessica.
Did she sneeze?
No,
anyway.
but
for saying that. There you go. Anyway, all right, Samurai. What are your 3?
Okay, so I've got 3 honorable mentions. Actually.
Of course you do,
but they're all from my childhood.
Okay, very nice.
2 of them don't even.
My top 3 are all from my childhood, so it doesn't matter. And
do they still exist?
Nope.
So 2 of these 3 don't exist anymore. So growing up in Jackson, Vesuvius, that was the pizza that I grew up on. And when I went to my grandparents in Bricktown, it was Vinny's. Vinny's lasted quite a while. I think it was only in the last 10 years that they closed. Vinny's also had one of the best damn cheesesteaks I've ever had in my life. I've had cheesesteaks all over Philadelphia, and I think Vinny's had one of the best. And their pizza steak, oh my God, so good. So that was a young childhood. But growing up a little beyond that, another honorable mention, my best friend growing up, for a while, he lived in Clifton with his grandmother. And there's a place in Clifton called Mario's. They are still there.
Oh, wow.
The pizza was fantastic, first of all. But the best part we learned is that every now and then, if we weren't all that hungry, we'd order a small pie. And you get the small pie, you'd open it up, open this small box, and the pie's edges were folded up on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
So one time, because we were curious, we ordered a large and a small. We pulled the large out, we pulled the small out, we measured both of them. They were the same size fucking pie. When you order a small pie, you were only ordering a small box. It was
wow.
And I always remember one time we had gone to the
band camp.
No, not band camp. There's no flutes involved here. We had gone to Renaissance Festival up in New York, and we come back, and my buddy's father had just come back from Mario's with a couple of pies, and we showed up uninvited. And my buddy's mother took the pies, gave it to us, and made his father go get another pizza for himself. And that look on that man's face, I will never forget. Because as I got older and had kids of my own, and I now know that face because that face has been on my face a few times afterwards.
Face has been on your face.
Yeah, that face of the kids come first. My life is over face. It was that face. But not to my actual top three. Number 3 is just an absolute classic in New Jersey. It is always listed as one of the greatest pizzerias in the state.
There it is.
There we go. You can't hear us, but we're loving every second of it.
There it is. There you go.
But this pizzeria is constantly referred to as one of the best pizzerias in the state. Definitely the best pizzeria in Central Jersey. And that's Federici's. You want to talk about cracker crust pizza. This is, I think it's the best in the state. It's phenomenal. My family's been going there for years and years and years and years and years because I grew up down there. Federici's is my number 3.
Funny, I just had that a couple days ago. It's right here.
Yeah, it's not too far from you. Am I wrong?
No.
More
on that later.
Number 2 is Kinchley's. Kinchley's Tavern. This is a bar pie. This is one of the constant bar pies. People talk about Star Tavern all the time, and I get it. For me, Star Tavern is I don't know if it's the sauce. I don't know if it's the cheese. I don't know what it is. It's a little too salty for me. But I understand why people love Salt Tavern. Don't ever order the salad there. It's really just a bunch of iceberg lettuce with Italian dressing drizzled over it.
That works if you need it.
Yeah, if you're lucky, they might chop a couple of tomatoes into it. But
fresh broccoli and fresh garlic.
No, yeah.
Don't talk to anybody till the next day.
There's none of that on that salad.
No, not on the salad, on the pizza. Fresh broccoli, fresh.
If you get that pizza, but their pizza is too salty. So the best bar pie in New Jersey, as far as I'm concerned, is Kinchley's Tavern,
and that is in.
That is up in that's north of Paramus.
It's in Ramsey.
That's in Ramsey. That's in Ramsey, New Jersey.
Franklin Turnpike and Ramsey.
My number 1. When I moved to Morris Plains. I had to, of course, eat what was in Morris Plains and go around. And there was a pizzeria that was in walking distance. And you would think that I would just love this pizzeria because it was right there. And this was my place to go. But I've been there a few times since. I've taken other people to this pizzeria. And they're like, this is some of the best fucking pizza I've had. The best grandma pie I've ever had is at Lovey's in Morris Plains. Mm-hmm. This is one of the most underrated pizzerias in the state. I think a lot of the places that we've mentioned, Alice mentioned, I mentioned, I'm sure Johnny's going to mention here, are constantly in that conversation of best pizzerias in New Jersey. And I think Lovey's really needs to be in that. Because I moved away from there. I've been away from Morris Plains for the longest time. We've gone back quite a few times. And I compare it to other pizzerias and other pizzas I've had throughout the state. I'm like, this is still one of the best pizzas I've ever had. And a grandma pie. I'm like, who loves a grandma pie? I love grandma pie.
Right.
I like a Nona pie better.
And none of pie. Yes. Same thing. Carrie's favorite pizza is a grandma pie. And anytime we're anywhere within the vicinity, we can be within 20 miles more places. We're going to Lovey's, right? Because I need grandma pie. It's seriously, it's one of the hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny.
I guess I'm
Johnny grew up in Pizza Central.
I did. I did.
And there's one, if you don't bring it up, I'll bring it up, but go ahead.
And what would that be? Oh, no.
No, go ahead.
All right. So, first of all, I got a couple honorable mentions. I moved around my honorable mentions only because
I mentioned one of them.
You mentioned two of them.
Two of them, okay.
All right.
I'm sure Federici's is one of them.
Federici's is one of them, and obviously, I didn't have Federici's as early on as Dave did, but I've had it not too long after, and I've had it a lot very recently.
That is special pizza.
It's amazing pizza, and also Kinchley's as well. And I had Kinchley's, probably had Kinchley's before Dave had Kinchley's, and that was definitely honorable mention.
I can guarantee you that one.
But I'll give you my two honorable mentions, and they are Pasquale's pizza in pizzeria in Wall, on 18th, not diagonally across from Wall High School, actually, and it's
I never had that one.
It's amazing pizza.
I grew up down there.
It's they're newer. They used to be Dominic's, and I think even they were newer.
Oh, Dominic's, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Their Detroit style pizza is stupid good.
Never had the Detroit.
Stupid good. Yeah.
Detroit style pizza in New Jersey is a new thing.
It was very good. It's very good. It's very good. And my other one, and you can't talk about Central Jersey pizza. Yes, Central Jersey does exist.
It does exist.
Okay.
Jon Stewart ruled
that
exists, and it's Jon Stewart, so I'm going to go with it.
There you go. But you can't talk about Central Jersey pizza and not mention Pete and Elda's.
Yeah,
Pete and Elda's is. Yeah.
You talk about thin cracker crust.
Yeah,
like you get a t-shirt.
Cracker's not the right word. It's almost matzah.
Yeah, you get a t-shirt if you finish an extra large pizza by yourself. You can.
That's easy.
Yeah,
it's really easy. It's that thin. It's that light.
Right. So there you go. But my top three, and that's of course in Neptune, by the way. But my top three are they're all there in one form or another. One of them's not, but they're there in one form or another. But they're not what they were as I'm mentioning them here. So this is nostalgia. It's New Year's Eve. It's nostalgia, or New Year's Eve. It's nostalgia. My number three is JoJo's Pizzeria in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Amazing pizza. It's probably 30% of the pies we got were from JoJo's. Okay. When Junior growing up, when Junior owned JoJo's, it was amazing. And the current ownership, they're doing a good job. It's not what Junior was, but they're doing a fine job. Order, it's great. But my top three is nostalgia. Okay. But JoJo's in Lyndhurst is my number three. My number two is not there anymore. It's gone. And that would be the Italian Villa in North Arlington. Okay. Italian Villa was probably another 30% of the pizzas we ordered. Amazing pie. It was solid, perfect pie. Yeah, at least as good as New York slices, if not better. Solid, same pizza all the time. The dough was perfect. The cheese was perfect. The sauce was perfect. Everything about it was the same. You ordered a pie, no matter what you put on it, you knew what you were getting every time. It wasn't too soupy. It wasn't too floppy. It was perfect. It was well done.
Right.
My number one, also in North Arlington, and anybody that's ever watched The Sopranos knows this pizzeria. And because it's in the opening scene of every friggin' Sopranos movie, okay? And that's Pizza Land.
That was the one I was talking about. That.
Okay.
If you didn't mention it, I was going to bring it up.
Pizza Land in North Arlington, probably 40% of the pies I ate. Now, that's why it's number one. And here's the thing.
I can't do that.
Now, Freddie, God rest his soul, amazing pizza. Here's the pizza was amazing. And Pizza Land's still there. You can go. You can get a good
It's-
pie. When Freddie was still there, it was something about the Freddie pie. That's what we called it. You want a Freddie? It wasn't Pizza Land. You want to call Pizza Land? No. It was, you want a Freddie pie? Let's get a Freddie pie. Right? That's what you got. But he could have been slow where he had no business at all. And it just
it still took an hour.
No, hold on. Or he could have been slammed where he had 200 tickets in the window. If you called up and asked for a pie, 10 to 15 a minute.
15 minutes.
Yeah, we need 2 pies, Freddie. 10 to 15 a minute. 10 to 15 a minute. You pick it up. 10 to 15 a minute.
The thing is with the Pizza Land, so Carrie and I are going around. We're like starting to get some of the best pizzas out there, and we heard about Pizza Land, so we went and grabbed the Pizza Land pizza, and we took it home. Now, North Arlington to Union City,
it's not close.
It's really not that far.
No, it's not that far. No.
But when you talk about New Jersey traffic, it takes fucking forever. So by the time we got home, the pizza was cold.
Yeah.
So we put it in the oven. So this is a reheated pizza. And it was still fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it was still good.
So Pizza Land is absolutely, that's a phenomenal pie.
There you go.
Now there's a couple places. So where I live now is, and I love it because of the food. And I've said it before, this is a Hispanic neighborhood. It's Union City. And the food that I can get here is absolutely amazing. The Cuban food, the Puerto Rican food, the Dominican food, the Peruvian food. Holy crap, I am in Food Central. I love it here. But pizza? Okay, so the one thing we've learned, if we look at the menu and you can get empanadas and a Fanta, you're really not getting the pizza that I grew up on. You're not getting, this is the pizza that people here love. But there's a couple places here that I think deserve a little bit of mention. Termini's, which is not too far from us, they actually do a really good pie. But we also have a place called Perfect Pizza. Perfect Pizza is it's a little bit of ways away from us. The problem is where they are. I don't know how long they're going to be around. The true Italian pizzerias here are starting to die because they don't have this is not their audience.
Yeah.
The people here, that's not their audience. Perfect Pizzeria. But I do want to bring one thing up about pizza.
Bring it up, and then we'll wrap it up.
What's his name from Barstool Sports? Who does the
Dave Portnoy?
Yeah, Portnoy. I got a major problem. Well, a couple of major problems with Portnoy. First of all the people who judge their pizza by what Portnoy judges his pizza, he's from Boston. What the fuck are you doing listening to someone from Boston about your fucking pizza? This is fucking pizza. This is the tri-state area. Boston don't know how to make fucking pizza. Don't listen to this guy. I'm sorry. And I get the whole Barstool Sports thing, but
I think he understands it a little bit better than most people.
Yeah, I got it. I got to say, here's the thing. This is not condoning him, whatever.
Well, yeah, because him as a human being is
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Anyone that's eaten as much pizza as he's eaten might have a little bit of a taste for what's good and what's not. I'm not saying he does.
Fucking
I'm
Boston.
saying what he says. But you're right. Yeah, you're right. Anyway,
he's still from fucking Boston. One, and second of all,
hitting the Pringles.
Hitting the Pringles.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Lightly salted.
My wife left the can downstairs. That was a mistake.
But the other thing about it is he's created this whole cult of burnt ass fucking pizza lovers.
No.
Pizza should not be burnt the way that they have come. I don't appreciate what has built up this cult that's built up around his pizza ratings. And frankly, not for nothing. We're from Jersey. We're from New York. We're from Staten Island. We know our fucking pizza. We don't need some fucking asshole from Boston to tell us what pizza to eat.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
I get it. Anyway.
And if you need someone to tell you what pizza to eat, I'm sorry for you. I really
If you need
am.
someone to tell you what pizza to eat, listen to us. We know what we're talking about.
No, don't even fucking listen to us. Listen to
go
yourself.
go out there and taste different pizzas.
Listen
Figure out what
to
you
your
like.
heart. Listen to your soul.
Listen to your heart.
And more importantly,
Really?
listen to your mama.
Is that
and your dad.
Roxette? Is that Roxette?
Listen, yeah.
Roxette, right?
Listen to your mama and your dada. They're going to tell you what pizza to eat.
There you go. All right.
That's how you should grow up. That's how you should eat pizza.
All right. Before we finish up, Dave mentioned his amazing, not breakthrough, shockingly
Epiphany
beer wise of the year, and that was his Heineken. Al, have you had one?
It was my Heine. It was my Heine.
Ooh, that's a good question. Hang on one second. Go lay down.
So Al's Epiphany was also my Heine.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what my epiphany was this year.
Okay.
The Egger hop. And
the
reason why I say that is because it's been prevalent in so many beers over the last, I don't know. It's not just this year, but last year.
So Al, for the listeners, explain that hop. What is
this is a hop that is grown in New Zealand that apparently some people in New York have gotten a hold of it and invested in it. And they've gotten other brewers involved in it. So think Fidens, Troon, Twin Elephant, Autodidact have gotten a hand on these specific hops. And Twin Elephant has actually had the ability, because these guys from New Zealand have brought the hops to America, they've gotten a chance to cherry pick what hops they want to use in their beers. So Twin did a beer with the Test out in Brooklyn, out in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, called the Century. And this beer is off the chain. I had it when they first tapped it. I had it 4 weeks later, 8 weeks later. It's 12 weeks later. There are still 4 cans sitting in my refrigerator. It is amazing. It is juicy and hazy and all of the different characteristics that you want out of an IPA, but they've dialed it in like perfectly. They shared the hops with Autodidact. Autodidact did a collaboration with Twin Elephant. Twin did one back with Autodidact. Phenomenal. Like the hop is amazing, and I want to see more of it next year because it's unbelievable.
Okay.
I can't put it any plainer than that. And everything the Test does is magical. This hop is just like over the top.
Okay.
Over the top.
John?
I'm going to give you, first I'm going to give you 2, but I'm going to say, I want to say that I'm going to say that the Twin Elephant collab for Monastic Fantastic was my favorite of the year. But I'd be self-serving. It was fantastic. It's up there, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, you're going to be self-serving.
But
I'm actually going to second that. That was a really damn good beer.
Well, I mean, it's based off of a
hop Pater's beer,
gold medal winning Pater's beer from earlier
gold
this year.
Medal winning with no one else
in the United States. No, in the United States, not just New Jersey. So there were at least a few because it was the United States. So.
About 4.
Anyway, all right. But my top one, and
I don't mean to demean it, but that was a fantastic.
I'll give you my top one, and then I'm going to mention it's a close second. It's a runner-up only because I've just recently had it. But honestly, my number one beer, usually it's a barrel-aged stout or barley wine or old ale or something. But this year, it's Acorn from Wild Fern, and that's their English dark mild. Stupid, Dave, you've had it.
Did I?
You had the Acorn, yeah, you did. Because you were there a week before I was there, and you had it, and you said to get it, so I got it.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yes. Walfern was one of those things this year where I didn't know they existed.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving along and saw a sign that said brewery, and when I see a sign that said brewery, it doesn't matter how fast I'm driving, I'm wheeling that damn car around and pulling in there, especially if it's something I didn't know was there. And I went in there and I had that dark mile and said, John,
You need to get this.
come here. Yeah,
That's an amazing beer. And my comment on Untapped was so much flavor happening here in this 4.2% English dark mild, biscuity, bready, nutty, chocolate, light bodied, and balanced with the perfect amount of drying hop bitterness.
they do a fantastic
It was
job there.
really, 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 really well done.
And this is a brewery that kind of almost models themselves after the Seed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh wow.
And I will say one thing. I've had the Seed's dark mild, I've had their dark mild. Their dark mild's actually better.
It's very good. It's very.
And
very
I love the Seed. No disrespect to the Seed, but I think the brewer there has a better feel of these British styles. Don't get me wrong. The Seed does so many other styles so much fucking better. But this particular beer, I think they nailed it. And you've got another one there, John.
I do. Yeah, I just wanted to also mention the other one that's a close second for me. Tucher Brewing, their Badgervator. I just had it on the German holiday beer show we did with John Hall.
The what beer?
John Hall with John Stardomsky. John Hall's next week. Their Badgervator is the name of the beer. It's a Doppelbock.
Vaginator?
Badgervator.
Oh, okay.
Vaginator. Wasn't that the beer they did with the feminine yeast that they added? And
yeah, there's this one point of it that no man can actually find.
Anyway, but in any event, the Badgervator was fantastic. It was so good. It was stupid good. The dark
still keep hearing you say Badgervator. Badgervator.
There you go.
Badgervator.
There you go. All right. Anyway, so that's mine. There you go. On that note of AB and Bev, though, Al, I want to ask you.
Yes.
Dave and I.
What note of AB and Bev just came into
you'll hear.
Oh.
No, we talked about
about
closing in Newark.
2 hours ago.
Else.
Yeah. Okay.
No, only about 20 minutes ago, actually. But maybe a little more than that. But in any event, we've talked. Dave and I have talked ad nauseum on this show, and you and I have talked. We've all talked.
We talk ad nauseum on this show too.
About the fact that we believe that a big stronghold on the Restaurant Bar Association in the state of New Jersey was coming from AB InBev, was coming from Bud because of
that big building
presence
in
New York. On it. Now that they're leaving, what is your take on that? Maybe loosening up a bit.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily going to loosen up a bit, depending on the money that's going in.
Right.
I do think the restaurant lobby is going to continue to pressure New Jersey and the brewers to their detriment. I think honestly, the brewers need to step up and go after the macro breweries and be like, listen, fuck off. We can. I'll give you an example. I walked into a liquor store tonight down in Monmouth County, Ocean County, and was appalled by the selection that they had for craft beer. Mostly macro, minor stuff, New Belgium, Dogfish, which I like Dogfish. I'm not going to say I don't. But nothing that kind of blew me away. Yeah. Did I see local stuff there? No, I didn't. And I wasn't even looking. And it didn't stick out at me. So that already told me they probably didn't have a lot of local New Jersey breweries there. An Icarus, a Skinny Flowers, a Bird's Mouth, nothing there. And I walked all the way to the end of this liquor store to see 4 bottles of Maine beer, Einstock, some other stuff, just kind of thrown away. So, I don't know if the AB InBev kind of thing is going to affect other places in New Jersey. I would like to see the New Jersey people step up and try and push these guys out and try and make an impact in the legislature come 2026, I don't know if that's going to happen. And I think it needs to happen. I think there needs to be a frank discussion of, hey, you know, the reason why so-and-so's bar has a great draft system and cleanliness and this and that. And you know why? It's because AB InBev is paying for it. Like, we can't offer you that as XYZ brewery, but we're going to give you great beer that's going to be super fresh and ready to go and taste great. Are you going to put that on your draft lines? That's the key.
Right.
So I don't know if those I don't know if those things are going to change next year.
Well,
more the status.
I think when it comes to the establishments, you're not too far off. I think it's going to be status quo there. But as far as the state goes, you know, anything that's filtering down, any mindset, any words of unwisdom, if you will, or whatever, coming out of Newark and going to the ABC, if you will, or anybody that's in the legislature or anything like that, or even just the restaurant and bar lobbyist.
I think
is that going to change?
No, I think the state only cares about getting their revenue. They don't give a shit how they get it. They just want to get it.
And they're stupid in that, because there was a point where the most growing industry when this was all came up was craft beer.
You're talking about Dave, you're talking about $1 billion tax revenue from these breweries to the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
You would think that the state would be like, you know what? We need to cultivate this. We need to figure out a way going forward. There's a bill in the pipeline to help breweries sort of become a New Jersey brewery and, you know, get some different grants and things like that. Whether or not it actually comes to a full vote before Murphy gets out of office, that's a completely different set of circumstances. But at the end of the day, the breweries in New Jersey are always going to have one hand tied behind their back.
Always.
They're never going to have an advantage. And that's a shame, because there are good things that the breweries can do for the state. Like, breweries in New Jersey can't even make a beer for a charity because the ABC doesn't know how to dispense that money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's stuff that should be already set up ahead of time. Like, if you do this, we're going to donate that, and that's legal and whatever. The fact that they don't have an answer for that, and then when people ask those questions at a meeting and the state goes, well, if I have a job in January, I'll get back to you. Really? Yeah. Well, it's fucking October. How do you not have an answer for me before January? Like, that's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. A lot of the craft beer enthusiasts cheered when we heard that brewery with a huge eagle right off the airport that you see as you're landing is closing. If you think that changes anything, it doesn't. The money is still coming in.
That's right.
All that we've lost in the state of New Jersey from that is jobs. That's the only thing that's changed. The only thing that's changed. Nothing else has changed. The money is still there. The money is still pumping into the restaurant lobby, because you know what? Those tap lines are still there. Those own tap lines are still there.
You're not wrong.
So don't cheer the closure of it.
No, you don't.
It means nothing for craft beer in New Jersey.
You're right. On that note, I would like to point out the fact that we are now 5 minutes and 50 seconds, coming up on 6 minutes.
From our longest show ever.
Beyond our longest show ever. So this
I got a dog who's like
the longest show ever.
It's crossing its legs.
And yeah, I am too. So
yeah.
All right. On that note, because we want to talk for like at least 30 seconds after we sign off.
Here,
and we got the Sharpie, and you could do it, but Al, don't go anywhere. At least tell the dog to wait at least 30 seconds after we sign off. But we'll end up as so. But we do want to thank you so much for coming on. the show tonight.
As
you've done, you've been on the show many times this year,
especially considering that you are a Q list celebrity.
Of course,
to come on to this
Q list celebrity,
this low rate ass show.
Dave and I are on S or T, maybe V, even you,
maybe
but
Y.
Like we're
You're C. C is for cooking.
There you go.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. Anyway, so on that note, though, and we would like to thank you for coming on the show, Al. We would like to thank everybody. It is our last show of 2025. We would like to thank everybody for watching.
Oh my God, the year's
listening
over.
to this show, and we look forward to many, many great shows in 2026. 2026 is we're beginning our 7th calendar year of the show. We're still in our 6th year, but we started in 2020, so 2026 is the
you're
7th.
over explaining everything. Just move on.
It's math. I understand that, but we
no,
like to thank
math. It's not even math. It's just over explaining. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry that I'm over explaining, but
you didn't break the math.
It's nostalgia, and it's appreciation for everybody that's listened to the show, watched the show, played along with us. We've been doing this for a long time.
That's what you said. We've been doing this for a while.
We're doing it for a while, and we do appreciate everybody that listens and watches. Anyway, on that note, though, we will wrap up the show for today. We want to thank everybody for watching, and for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.logroom.com. That's LAGEROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Lager Room. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find audio podcast, you will find the Lager Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful, happy, healthy, and safe New Year.
Safe. Please be safe.
Be safe tomorrow night. Enjoy yourselves, but be safe. Have a wonderful New Year. We look forward to talking to you in 2026.
So last week I gave John this rating.
Did you up it by 7?
No. It's
oh, you got a 1.1.
Yeah.
That's in 2 days.
It doesn't matter. This is our New Year's show. Actually, you know what I should probably give you? I should probably give you this.
What should you give me? What is that?
16. The highest ABV drank on this show.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, all right, folks. Like once again, have a happy, healthy, and safe New Year.
Otherwise, I'm considering what you drank. Kind of rather impressed. You only had really one major flub on it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Al, thanks for coming on. Stick around. We'll talk for a second. We will talk to you guys next year, folks. Take care. Cheers.
God, I've got some tweak left.